these days. Okay. Ready? 3,
Yeah.
2, 1. We are live. Okay? Everybody, be cool. We're live. We're here on the old Honored Ones podcast, the greatest podcast on Earth. How we all doing tonight?
Yeah. What is up, guys? Yeah. I can basically mirror what Kreams said. Hope you guys are doing good. Starting a little bit later than usual, but hope you guys still had a pretty good Sunday afternoon. Got some fun chapters to talk about. A little bit less than we usually have. My Hero, I don't think dropped anything today. But in its place,
Did it not?
Yeah.
Oh no, it didn't.
Did it
yeah,
not?
it didn't. It didn't.
Okay,
Yeah.
right. I'm almost gaslighting me into thinking I was wrong for once. It's crazy. Anyways,
For once.
yeah, for once. Yeah. So in its place, we're gonna be talking about the poll we put up for the book club because surprise, surprise, even I don't know what won the poll. So when you guys get it revealed, I will also be revealed as to what it is. JJK, and obviously Blue Luck. So yeah, pretty simple. I think all things considered, this stream, nothing too crazy. But we're approaching, we're one episode away from the big 75, and just one step closer to that big 100. But anyways,
Yep.
right, we can just jump right into it. Did you want to do the poll first? Kind of talk about how that went.
I have a proposition for you guys, more of a question really, and that is I can announce the poll results now as the final results, right? Or if anybody wants to get a membership and vote during the duration of this podcast, which you can still do, I will close the poll officially at the end of stream. So however crazy you guys want to get with that is up to you. I'm just gonna see a general sentiment in chat and then we'll keep it going. Or I could do a mini poll in chat. So, BR, you're the co-host. What do you think I should do?
I feel like we can get a current reading. If I were to just guess, we can get a current reading of where it's at, right? And if anybody wants to become a member, sway it. Well, it depends on how close it is, right? If it's a landslide in one series or another, we can just kill it and be like, all right, this is what we're reading moving forward. But if it's close, I think we should let it ride out to the end of stream.
Okay. So, I'm glad you said that, because it seems like that secondary poll is not going to happen, because, drumroll please, it is indeed a landslide victory.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Okay, Kreams, let me ask you this, because chat does not know the context, right? Am I going to hate this? Am I going to hate these next few weeks?
You are going to...
Thank God. Yes, sir, bro. Holy shit. Chat. I did not want to read Gintama. I'm going to be real with you. I'm so glad y'all picked Fire Punch instead. Jesus Christ, man. Yep. Thank you.
It's funny.
Thank you.
Bjorn and I were talking when we were making this list, and we were like, yeah, I think we want Fire Punch just because it's only 80 chapters. It'll give us a nice little shorter one to do for the first time. What is it? 2 episodes? I think we can knock it out.
Yeah, something like that.
And I am not mad about Fire Punch. I'm arguably pretty excited. I do want to talk about the seeming 3-way tie between Gintama, Eden Zero, and Oshinoko, because they're basically they're 3 different series. Like fundamentally, right? Gintama's a comedy shonen, Eden Zero is a classic shonen, and Oshinoko is Oshinoko. So the fact that they're so close to each other is I don't know if it's a point for or against diversity, but it is definitely interesting.
It's very interesting, and I'm not gonna lie to you. Seeing Gintama get second place here made me think, wow, I'm glad we put Fire Punch on the list.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'll be let's get into what me and VR thought would win, right? Aside from Fire Punch being expected to perform well generally, I think we were nervous about Gintama winning specifically. 700 chapters, and I heard, and you told me, right, the manga sucks, or it's like the art, I think, is noted to be bad. Yeah.
It doesn't look very good.
It's definitely an anime kind of a series to consume.
Yeah, which, listen, Chad, I don't know if you don't know me, right? I've tried Gintama before.
Tried it.
I stopped very early. Um,
Yeah, it's
listen,
definitely like
the humor is
yeah.
you gotta the humor don't necessarily be humoring sometimes.
And okay, I think this is enough of a pattern with these polls for me to like sort of not even ask a question, but like pose a theory, and that is a lot of you guys, members and general honored ones, listeners, because you're all beautiful in your own way. Um, I didn't mean to add the in your own way as like a under I didn't mean to undermine the thing. Like, you're all beautiful, objectively. Um, where was I going with this?
Dude, I don't know. I think you were. I don't know. I'm
Oh
not
yeah,
sure.
yeah,
You didn't
yeah,
really have a very clear line of
yeah.
direction with that one.
Basically,
Bro just said y'all
basically,
are beautiful.
basically
Okay.
all the I was trying to butter him up, but like fuck it,
Mm,
I'm just gonna don't want to lose my train of thought. All the Senins keep winning by like landslides. Like
yeah.
I find it amusing. I don't know. Like
Yeah. Y'all edgy just like me for real. Appreciate that. Nah, but let's see. Fire Punch is spooky as shit. Listen, bro. I bet it's gonna be weird. I mean, Fujimoto wrote it, right? But like,
yeah,
I'm gonna be real with you. Anything but fire, not Fire Punch. Anything but Gintama could have won, and I would have been happy. I was when he was like it was a landslide. I'm like, oh god, I can't. I don't know how long I can exist in a world where
God,
I'm
dude, Gintama, like what Slam Dunk was 278 chapters, and that took us 4 sessions. Like
yeah.
we would have Gintama might as well just be like a mainstay of this podcast.
Yeah, at that point it would just be like, okay, cool. So we're a JJK, Blue Luck, My Hero, and Gintama podcast. That's what we talk about, guys. We talk about that. So yeah,
God,
yeah,
but hey, Fire Punch won, so it's gonna be nice. That means the next members poll will be in 2 weeks. Um,
yep.
thank you. Oh, I think we got some members while we were talking.
No,
So let me just scroll
cool,
up and
cool.
see that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and we got a super chat. 3 inches long, 3 inches wide. Thank you for becoming an honored one. Appreciate you. Um, I'm curious which one you voted for, or which one you wanted to win. That you and KB101 GTO. Thank you also for becoming an honored one. I'm curious what you guys voted for that made you sign up. Like if it's like a 11th hour kind of thing,
Yeah. And Jaden 3011, thank you for the 5.
Mhm.
Creams, we may make fun of you, but for today's chapter,
Yes,
solidarity.
sir. Yes, sir. Man, it's been a fun one, chat. I say this poll, was kind of our most. I don't know if painless is the right word, but like, um,
It was the least eventful,
yeah, least
probably.
eventful. Yeah, because like, I mean, a 43% blowout is nothing to sneeze at.
Mm, for sure. Yeah, no, I also agree. I think it's like I think Fire Punch will be a nice story. I think the one thing that it's sort of missing in terms of like the whole action is like it us being completely wrong. Like we just got this one right. With Monster, I didn't
Mhm.
expect Monster to blow out every other story. With some of the other like manga we read, like I didn't necessarily expect Slam Dunk to win, right?
Yeah, and it
So
was
the
close with
event
Slam
in and
Dunk
of
too. Yeah.
itself, yeah, the event was a particular series winning, whereas this one, I mean, I had no spoiler alert, chat. Because I'm on the podcast, I will not be spending $5 to me, right? That'd be the craziest self pocketing money scheme ever, right? So I don't see the polls, or I don't really know what's going on until
Mhm.
Creams decides he wants to alert me,
Oh my
which
god.
happened to be on stream right now.
Yeah. So this reaction is happening in real time. Um,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's Fire Punch. It is. Congrats to Tatsuki Fujimoto. We'll give him his award
yeah.
next week.
You're welcome, buddy. We're gonna put this manga on the map for you. I got you, bro.
Um, okay. 3 inches long, 3 inches wide. Thank you for the 5. Creams might not like a few chapters of Fire Punch, but it's good. I appreciate you. I guess we'll see, right? Like I guess we will see.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm excited. Should at least like at the bare minimum, right? Fujimoto's a lot of things. An interesting writer is one of them, right?
Yeah.
Good, I
Like
would say so,
yeah.
but not everybody would. But interesting, I think
Like
most people would be able
yeah.
to agree.
Like would I want to be in the same room as him? alone?
No,
No.
no, 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 no.
Yeah.
That actually sounds extremely dangerous. But
Yeah. I
I'd
like
be willing
seeing
to
his
read his
yeah.
manga from afar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
An ocean's distance, really.
Yeah, and like really, I think the relationship we actually have now is perfect. You know what I mean? Just
Yeah.
you write, I read from a safe distance away. You can't hurt me, theoretically at
Yeah.
least.
Um
So yeah, I mean,
yeah,
I'm excited.
yeah, also bro, like um I I'll s- you could totally levitate. Don't listen to the haters.
Yeah,
You could yeah.
obviously, bro, obviously, and that whole like alt Twitter account thing. Listen,
I don't
that's not like I'd ever judge,
yeah.
right?
I don't even think it was you.
Never.
Yeah.
Come on, you know what I mean?
Yeah. So just in case, we don't love Fire Punch more than Chainsaw Man, right? Mr. Fujimoto. That's you could totally levitate over here to like, prove us wrong.
Yeah, yeah.
It's funny. Fujimoto
Yeah.
like I think interactions with him would be like different, like the reverse of what interactions with Gege be. It's like if it was Gege, it'd be like, "So, you actually showed up."
I'd listen. I don't even know if I could say what I would do as a joke, so I'm not going to.
You got a lot to answer for, bro.
Listen, bro. Me and Gege gotta talk for real, all right? And I mean, we gonna talk.
It's
gonna be a drawn out conversation,
Yeah.
quote unquote.
I mean, look, boxing gloves notwithstanding, I love your manga.
Yeah.
However, gear up.
Yeah. However, it's also like there's a certain level of disrespect I'm simply unwilling to take, and you've crossed that threshold a couple of times, actually, buddy. So
we just gotta settle up back to zero.
yeah, I mean, come on, man. Like it's not that big of a deal, right? We still cool or whatever, but like I also have to box you right now for the sake of my honor, actually. So
Yeah.
let's handle this.
Yeah. I have a funny so you know how last week we were like top JJK characters, like how far would you get in the gauntlet of JJK characters without cursed energy? Like which ones could you beat in a fight? So I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
If I gave you like a theoretical, like, okay, let's start with the base assumption. Does Baki have a power system? Yes or no?
No, it doesn't have a power system. Well, I guess imagination, if you want to be like pedantic, but
Right.
like not really.
Like if you wanted to say like, you know how what's his name, Topo or whatever, the karate guy was like, oh yeah, I trained my hands by putting them through like bamboo shoots for like 30 years to make them like iron.
Yeah.
So similar
Yeah.
mechanism, right? So if you like,
You can train. You can literally train to be superhuman. Like there's
Right.
no limits on the human body. Or
yeah,
whatever.
right.
Something like that.
So but the rate and all that is like innate talent or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if you had like, who is a non-Hanma with a lot of like smoke, like who's really like powerful?
Hanayama might be a good example.
Okay. So if I gave you like Hanayama potential and like adaptability, right? How far are you running the Baki gauntlet? You do not have to keep you do not have to keep Hanayama's fighting style though. I'll give you that as like an out.
Thank God, bro. I said I gotta get hit. Like I have to just no, I will not move. Okay.
Yeah, like
Damn.
cheeks, cheeks intact. Yeah.
I'm not gonna let, bro. Listen, I'm not the one to say it, but pause, man. That's crazy. That's.
You know exactly what I'm talking about, though.
I know what you mean, but it's just. It's sorry. It's just no. That's crazy. Anyways,
bro, what happened in the manga was crazy. Like, what are we doing?
Well, true,
here?
right? True. But all I'm saying is this, right? I don't think I want to get very far. Like, it's not worth it, bro. Like Baki characters do too much. I think I'd rather there are like a majority of JJK characters I think I'd rather fight than like Baki characters. I just I don't know, man. They're just
Okay.
I don't want to do that.
Okay, let me rattle off a few. Like, given your build, right? Hell, you could even for each person you could even give like a corresponding years of training that you feel comfortable doing before taking up the challenge, right?
All right.
Okay.
All right.
So, Biscuit. Oh my God, Mr. Oliver.
Oh Jesus Christ! Give me. Damn, bro said the strongest guy in America. Okay.
So he's like number 4, number 5 in the verse, right?
Yeah,
I'm not giving you pickle like off rip, you know.
yeah, I guess so. All right, let me think. Let me think. Can Toji solo the Baki verse? Probably not. I'm gonna be
No
real.
way,
I'm gonna be real.
no way, bro. They're gonna
I'm
eat
gonna be
him
real with
alive.
you. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Uh, Probably not. But I give me 5 years to train. I'll beat up. I'll beat up. Yeah, I'll beat up the Mr. Unchained.
Mm.
Um,
Are
I
you
can
do
body him.
right? Okay, but you're training like not at the prison, right? Like you're not doing
No,
what Baki. Okay,
I'm not doing what Baki did, bro. I'm not.
okay,
No, 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 no.
okay.
I'm training somewhere else, bro. I'm gonna be jumping off cliffs like Baki did or something like that.
Okay,
Something whatever needs to be done to get the job done, bro.
okay, okay. I think 5 years is reasonable, more or less.
Okay.
Would
Yeah.
you? Okay. I forgot his name in the show, but like Che Guevara, that guy.
Oh, the guy who
Number
fights.
2.
Yeah. You can cut that time in half. I think I'll beat his ass.
Damn.
I'm gonna be real.
Some like passive
He
power
he
scaling there, but all right.
he not. Bro had a fantasy of him winning that fight. You know what I mean? Like, bro not really. Well, let me say this in the context of Baki, in the context of me having superpowers, basically, bro, not really like that, right? Yeah, yeah. I will say I've been seeing a lot of like out of context Baki clips on my TikTok
Same,
recently,
yeah.
and that is the funniest thing ever. Baki is such a nonsensical series.
It so is, bro. That miso soup scene, like animated. Oh my god, it's so unhinged. Okay, okay. Pickle.
I'm not fighting Pickle at all.
No, even with 30 years of training.
There's just no circumstance in which I'm fighting Pickle, bro. Pickle, Musashi, Yujiro, Baki. None of those guys are getting fought.
Jack.
I'm not fighting Jack either.
You just said the
like,
4. Oh my god.
Yeah. I was about to add him, bro. Cause like, bite me and I'm gonna have to just shoot you. Like then we're not fighting anymore. I'm gonna go get a gun, bro.
But the gun won't work. Is the whole thing.
Hey, bro, he not Yujiro for real. His Hanma blood like kind of like diluted or whatever. I got him. I'm gonna snipe him from long range, bro. I'm not fighting a guy who's a grown man. He's gonna bite me, bro. That's actually bonkers.
Okay.
That's actually nuts. Who are you fighting him?
Okay. Muhammad Ali Jr.
Okay. Hanayama like potential ability, right?
Yeah.
Give me 1 year. I'm hooking his dumb ass, bro.
Dude, that's fucking hilarious.
He's garbage. He's actually trash. Yeah, no, I got him, bro. Shit, you give me Baki potential, give me 2 weeks and I got him.
That's so wild to me. Okay. How, like, what would it take for you to like at least step in the ring with Yujiro? Not even like a death battle, but like just being there.
God, it would take God. it would take our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for me to step physically. By the way, none of this. He's with me in no. I need the physical manifestation, bro. The guy who turned water into wine. I need him, and we're gonna 2v1 him, and not really 2v1 him. It's gonna be more like he fights and I watch. Right? That's what I need. I don't. What do you mean? What?
50
bro,
years training, 100 years.
It doesn't matter, bro. Yujiro was born and like told the doctor who delivered him that he didn't do a bad job. What are we doing, bro? Like, what are we doing here? Come on now, bro.
Okay. Baki at 13.
And I have Hanayama potential?
Yes. However, he will hold a grudge.
Oh, hell nah, bro. No, never mind. You can't say, because if you add that stipulation, you're adding that he wants to fight me for the rest of his life, which means I'm not really just fighting 13-year-old Baki. I'm fighting Baki from 13 up. No thanks.
No, he'll just do it, like, he'll just do it until he wins, right? So, like, you got at least 2 more victories against him after that before he, like, beats you.
Before he bodies me? Yeah, but here's the thing, bro. Oh, nah, bro.
I think you could do it, bro. Look, okay. Imagine, you beat up 13-year-old Baki, you beat up 15-year-old Baki, 18-year-old Baki is going to be the fight of your life. I'm not going to lie to you. That is a high diff fight for you.
I'll leave a couple super chats. Right. Let's see. Oh, KT, thank you for the 2. Kreams, who is your favorite OP YouTuber since you can't slander?
Wait, actually no.
Bro, don't answer.
Sleeping Danger, thank you for the 14 BR. How many creams could you fight IMO? 8 or 9? That's crazy. I think 3 or 4.
Oh wait. How many could I fight and I just come out on top? I just win. I think I could do
team up?
like okay. This is the question. Right?
Okay.
Are we doing it tournament style or are you jumping me? Because that changes the answer.
I think okay, tournament style. Do both.
So like tournament style where it's like one after the other, 10, right?
Insane.
And then I think I'm gonna get tired. If you're jumping me, it's like 3 or 4, because like the thing is too, chat. I don't know if y'all have ever been jumped before. It does not scale linearly, right? You fighting one person is not like fighting like okay, let's say the difficulty of fighting one person is like it's a 10, right? Just 10. Fighting 2 people is not 20. It's like 50 or 60.
Yeah.
It's completely different. You just it's not the same, bro. It don't scale like that. So I'm gonna be real. Even though Kreams, like let's power scale, bro. If I have a power level of 10, he's got like a power level of 2, right? So yeah, 1v1, beating him up. You add 2 or 3 people, now I'm beating up Kreams number 1 and Kreams number 2, and then I just get hit in the back of the head, right?
Yeah,
sure, it'll feel like a mosquito,
Kreams number 3 is a demon, dude. You gotta be careful.
Yeah, bro, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, so it's like three or 4 if I'm getting jumped tournament style 10, and 10 is because I got tired. You know what I mean? I just don't have the stamina. You know what I mean? So that's kind of what's happening there. Yeah, okay. Central Harding, thank you for the 5. BR, what's your opinion on Ichigo's special training in the Thousand Blood War anime? Do you think he has the Almighty? I will say are you asking about his training, like how good is it? Like how it's been adapted? I guess that can be like interpreted many ways. I guess if we're talking like relative to your second part of the question, I don't think he is the Almighty. It's not like I've read the manga or anything though, so like I can't say for sure. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge, or whatever. But in terms of adaptation, training was cool. In terms of like the training actually being effective, I would definitely say so. I guess you guys are gonna see whenever Ichigo starts throwing down a little bit more. But yeah, I would definitely say training was effective to say the least, for sure. Now we can go to KT because we already answered the Toji one. Yeah. CJ, by the way, thank you for the 2. But yeah, KT, Kreams, who is your favorite One Piece YouTuber since you can't slander? Bro, be nice. And don't mention people you don't like. Only mention one person that you like.
Tekking 101. He's my favorite.
Okay, cool. Tekking 101. Safe answer. Safe answer. Respectable answer. Nobody can get mad at that. Let's see. Oh, damn, that's crazy. I gotta ban this guy after you read off his super chat. Go ahead.
Insipid Neji XX, thank you for the 5. And for your first super chat. Congrats and thank you. BR hasn't gotten... Jesus, I cannot fucking read today. BR hasn't got his agenda off since Hikari spliffed Kashima. I have never seen that word in my entire life. Spliffed?
That's...
Spliffed Kashimo.
Like, you ever hear someone get put into a spliff? You ever heard that phrasing?
Don't gaslight me while we're doing the podcast. You
bro, listen. This is not listen. No. Bro, I'm not gaslighting you, fucking idiot. Right? It's just saying you. It's like saying you packed him up, right? You bodied him. Like he's saying since Hikari beat Kashimo.
Sorry, bro. This hasn't reached Twitter for me yet.
This hasn't. Oh, Jesus Christ! You know what? Pause right now. Pause. Have you seen that tweet? Have you seen it? It's like it was pretty viral when it came out, and it was this fucking random person. It was like lean is a drug, and it just went. You're that type of person, bro. You're that type of person to where.
Granted, when I first said that line, I was like 15. All right.
Huh?
When I first said the like. Because I said, oh, lean is a drug. Like, I had that moment in my life before, but I was like 15.
That's, first of all, I'm godlike for calling that, right? But second of all, the tree thing and this kind of makes me think, wow, you are very prone to not knowing what like words and phrases mean, or even knowing the correct words or phrases. So, excuse me. I will say I'm expecting a tweet like that from you in a little bit, bro. I need you to show your ignorance on the Twitter app.
Erectile Ronin and King Creamy. You cut it off at a hilarious point, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, sorry. Thank you for the first and last super chat. Gotta ban you, buddy.
No. Google me, thank you for the 5. Olivia punched Guevara so hard it literally shifted the gravitational force of Earth by a few meters. You ain't got it like that, Ronin.
Hey,
Listen, bro. Don't listen to him.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'll shift it back. Like, he's not me. I don't know who you think he is, bro, but it ain't me. Oh, I'm the strongest man in America. Okay. Bad. Well, besides Yujiro, right? I'm gonna let him have that one. I'm the strongest in the world. All right. I ain't gonna say. Listen. Yeah. All right, buddy. Yeah, America, schmerica. Who cares?
Out of curiosity, do you think, like, what do you think the gap is between Oliver and Yujiro? Just like, if you can measure it by something, even a different character, like a pickle's worth of difference, a Baki's worth.
Okay, I'll put it like this, right? Oliva is an atom, and Yujiro is the universe. I hope it illustrates.
That's insane, dude. Look, bro.
Yeah.
I think you're just not believing in yourself.
Oh, Mikey, no, bro. I'm sorry. I just had like a fucking Jimmy Neutron brain blast. He just reminded me. Remember the yacht conversation we had in Discord?
No. I have no recollection of that conversation. Nope.
That's actually insane, bro. I felt myself going back into my memories to remember that. You are actually that person. Like, I was saying it kind of to slander, bro, but it's actually kind of nuts. It's actually kind of bonkers that you're like that. No, what was the other one? Were you the one that said it meant get your act together? No, it was something else. It was something else, bro. That was some other cringe TikTok I saw, bro. But there was one where you thought it was like an acronym or something. You thought it.
I simply have no recollection at this time.
Hey, bro, listen. Clips are gonna drop if you don't start recollecting, buddy.
Hypothetically speaking, of course.
Hypothetically speaking, sure.
Right. I think the clip was regarding the word charisma.
Oh no! Bro said. I'm gonna throw up. Bro thought Riz was short. No. Sorry, chat. Sorry. I just remember that Kreams is actually more of a moron than you could ever know, right? The boundless idiocy. Sorry. You got a stupid One Piece question for you, buddy. Jesus Christ.
I don't know how to pronounce your name and keep this podcast monetized. Bon Fagam. Thank you for the 2. Kreams, will the Yonko agenda end next chapter? There's a Yonko agenda? Somebody is not sending me the memos that I should be sent.
Hey, bro, Kizaru go. That's all I know.
Bro, shut up. What are you talking about?
No, bro, Kizaru go, bro. Kizaru go.
Sleeping Danger thing for the 14. Kreams is actually living up to his age. I'm like, what do you mean by that?
Bro, 72. That's what he's saying. He's saying you not hip.
Make the SM. Thank you for the £2. Make the hypothetical battles a regular in stream. I think we could. I think it's doable.
All right, bet. I got one for you then.
Okay.
Because you always asking me these dumbass questions, bro. Putting me against Baki characters. All right.
Because I believe in you, bro.
All right, bro. You are now in Hunter x Hunter, right? To honor Liv's reread, right? Who drew the awesome thumbnail for today? Kind of on the Hunter been on the brain.
You're welcome, by the way, Liv. Go on.
Yeah. Whatever. You have to fight Hisoka, right? just flat out, you have to fight him, right? Heaven's Arena. Okay. He's interested in you, right?
How powerful am I?
Yeah, well, I'm about to lay this out,
right?
Okay. You can pick your Nen type.
Okay.
And you have 1 year.
Can I pick my
Give
Nen
me your
ability?
Approach. Yeah, if it already exists, sure.
And he's seen me fight before, and so he like I can't like fake it and be like, oh no, I'm so weak. Like he's seen me fight.
No, he's calling you out because he wants you bad, bro. Like, and I don't just mean fight. He wants you, bro.
Like, is he in a mood to listen to me say, "Oh, I faked the fights"?
No. He's licking his lips. He's like, it's like Crollo and Gon's interest mixed together and then tripled. Like, you're not getting away, bro. He said, "I'm giving you a year. I see your potential, realize it, or realize something else out about yourself.
Okay, how much nen do I have? Like how much like nen amount do I get?
You have like, okay, you have like, you have gone, but like gone when he's fucking tweaking, not adult gone, right? But like Chimera Ant when he's like all amped up by rage and shit. So you have a lot, right? It's not like Meruem, Chimera Ant, like Royal Guard type, but you have a decent amount. You can cook some shit up, right?
Okay. And if that's the case, I'm giving myself Book of the End, and I am spending that year hunting for abilities.
Bro said, "Listen, I don't know if you think. Listen, bro,
I'm gonna give. I'm gonna make him
spoil.
Yeah.
Listen, I'm not gonna spoil, right? Because Liv has not read the legendary fight yet, bro. But all I'm gonna say is,
I know what
you're not who you think you are.
I
buddy.
am, bro. Like if you're giving me that buff,
bro,
especially because like, I think if I can level up. I can it depend like I can collect them like Pokemon. I believe in myself.
Listen, bro. All I'm gonna say is this.
You know, why don't you believe in me as much as I believe in you?
Here's the thing. You need to pick something more straightforward. I'm not gonna lie to you. Here's the thing, right? Here's the problem with picking super complex abilities in Hunter x Hunter. And I mean this like genuinely, not to insult your intelligence, to type up theirs, right? They are smarter than you. They've been pick something that you know how to actually, bro, you're gonna open up the book, you're gonna have a Nen ability, and it's gonna have all these conditions and shit you don't know how to use really well. You gonna fight Hisoka with one hand, bro?
Fine. I'll think about it. Give me a second to like reflect. Just get through.
Wasn't it called Skill Hunter? Yeah, it was. I was gonna let him have that, but yeah, you called him out. He's still gonna bounce you around like a basketball. Listen, bro, I feel like there is a very obvious choice, right? If you have enough aura to use it. Like, there are a couple of obvious choices, right?
Yeah, Book of the End was Bleach, by the way. That was my bad. Yeah, it's all good. Yeah. Okay, so I think if I'm getting Gon level, maybe Killua's.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
Godspeed is fucking necessary, bro. I'm either doing that, right? Or you're giving me Kurapika's chains. However, I'm changing the condition, right?
Yeah.
It only works on Hisoka, right?
Yes.
I don't care about winning any other fight after this. My chains specifically are designated to beat him.
Yeah.
And him alone.
And I'll tell you, dude, after I kill him with either ability, I'm getting on the next flight away from there. I'm changing my name. I'm never fighting again. Just in case.
Probably good. Good, yeah. But yeah, and Genghis Florpus, yeah, you thinking the same thing as me. Yeah, I'm changing the condition. Kurapika, listen, bro, I know you want to kill the spiders. I need your chains. However, I'm gonna tweak it a little bit. I'm not worried about all these other people. I'm worried about this one guy.
Needs to be removed. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Kreams 2000 and did I say Kreams 2011? Oh my god. Jaden 2011. Thank you for the 2. Kreams calls the police on Hisoka. Boom. Fight done. You think they could do anything to stop him?
Yeah. You think the police are gonna? Nah, bro.
You know what? What'll matter? Why don't I tattletale on the Zoldyx? You know, just for kicks.
Yeah.
Since I'm on a roll, apparently. KT, thank you for the 2. Where are the guys that was competing with gifted members?
bro said, I want a membership. I'm hungry. That's crazy. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie to you. Let's see. Central Harding, Team the 5. I was doing some research for some cross-verse matches, then got to Danny Phantomverse, and power scaling and abilities in that series is insane. Really?
Is
I wouldn't have imagined that.
I mean,
I wouldn't have imagined that. I'm gonna be real with you, bro. Yeah. I mean,
by the way,
it's possible.
Shout out to my favorite Danny Phantom ability. You know the ghost shriek he does. Loved it.
Oh my! Dude. You're such a nerd, bro.
Yeah.
Your favorite ability from a cartoon character would be like screaming. That
dude, it's so raw. Like it's okay.
It's cool. Listen, it's not cool. Like I get it, right? But like, damn, bro. I don't know, man.
Mean, I think like the best version of like the screaming ability I've ever seen is like Black Bolt from Marvel's Inhumans. Not the show or any live action take whatsoever of Black Bolt, but like in the comics. Because, like, he can whisper and destroy a city. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but he also can't speak any other way.
But
Man,
it's
bro,
so
give me
but
somebody who
it's
can turn
so
that shit on
cool,
and off.
right? But
I'm
it's
gonna be
so cool
real.
because like he has to take like intensive psychological and telepathic like restraint just so he doesn't accidentally like speak while he's sleeping and shit. Like it's basically a curse. But like when he screams, it's like, oh yeah, let me casually destroy this like moon or something.
Yeah, but like, you know, if you get your mouth sealed up, bro, you're finished. Canonically, of course. Um,
Canonically, yes, of course, naturally,
canonically, of
yeah.
course. Um,
Oh my
Calling
god,
him a nerd when you have the same interest is so yeah, bro. That's how it goes.
yeah.
That's exactly how it has to
Yeah,
go.
bro. Welcome to the
Um,
Honored Ones podcast. Also, Rush just
yeah,
completely called it like 3 seconds before I said it. Yeah, I love Black Bolt. Um,
yeah.
let's see.
Hmm. How
Sleeping
much prep?
Danger.
Jesus
Yeah,
Christ, bro. Don't don't do this.
like since I was 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you would have to revert time, and I'd have to train seriously with the knowledge of what these people can do from inception, like from consciousness. You know what I mean? And maybe I'd make it. Right? Yeah. What? What?
just Stardust Platinum, Stardust Phantom. Thank you for the 5. Just fight Hisoka with ice powers. He can't stretch frozen gum. Has that ever been a thing, or are you just
I'm. I mean, I assume the idea is like rubber and gum are
yeah
like if they have the properties, they're brittle and they'll break. But like, here's the thing. Here's the thing, right? You have to understand, having a lot of nen does not make like it helps, right? But if you don't use that shit right,
Yeah.
you're still gonna get
Also,
bodied anyways.
Hisoka is like a particularly tricky opponent because he's just like he's also a magician, and that's like I
Yeah,
won't he won't tell me if it works.
yeah. Like, listen, when you get punched in the face and then you have bungee gum on there for the rest of the fight, oh, you could freeze it, bro. I don't know, man. I personally, Nagi and Rail were playing for 6 months. Yeah, dude, Nagi. Okay, did you just compare us to Nagi and Rayo? I actually almost threw up at the notion, bro. I'm, I'm, I'm getting like waves of disgust at you doing that. I'm like, how dare you? I don't think I've ever been so good at something in my life on
Sick.
first try as Nagi
Yeah.
has been at soccer.
Because like I'm trying to think of like an equal comparison, but like okay, this would be like if I picked up YouTube or something 6 months ago, and I'm at like only 2 million subscribers. I'm like, fuck, bro, I'm
Yeah.
such a noob. I haven't gotten the hang of this yet.
Yeah, Nagi, like, bro, Nagi's a world-class player in less than a year.
He's still
What are we,
learning soccer right
like,
now.
what are we doing, bro? What are we, oh my God. I can't believe, because damn, bro. No. Yeah, no. Because, like, no. Because everybody else basically has been doing this shit for their entire lives, right? So, like, and they are also still very talented players, right? Rin, very talented guy. Isagi, maybe not so much, but like adaptation, pretty good, right? And it's like, oh, and they're still fighting for their lives day in and day out. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not them.
Also, like, as far as motivation goes, I don't know if I'm out, like, if I want it more. You know, like that's the thing. Like, I'm ready to die about this soccer shit. It's like, bro, how much money do I make? Because like for me, I'd be looking at like my bidding thing, more than I
Yeah.
look at my goal, like my wins for that season. I don't know about you.
I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You got a lot of ground to cover before you even start getting shit bid on you.
I mean, I could just be like a really solid defense. Again, assuming I've been training to like even get into blue lock
Yeah.
at this level in the first place. I'm like locking in defender, like maybe not. Was it outfielder? I forgot the name for it.
Midfielder.
No, not midfielder, but
Okay.
like rear left, something like that. Center left, I think.
Oh,
Um,
okay. Center back.
yeah, center back. Thank
Yeah.
you. Fuck that took me a
Gotcha.
second. But yeah, right. I'll be like the best center back. $30 million center back. That's gonna be me.
Yeah.
I mean, you seriously gonna say you like would want it more than Asagi wants it? Like you think you got the sauce in you?
Oh, listen, bro. Like, you have to like listen. If you just make it so like my passion has changed from YouTube to soccer, all right, bro. You not really like Isagi. Listen, you cool and all, buddy, but like I'm gonna have to beat your ass
I
on the field, of
mean,
course.
I don't know about all that, but as long as you believe in yourself.
That's all I need, buddy.
Rush, thank you for the 5 creams. Why do you think Shanks is the strongest swordsman, and why are you wrong? So, fun fact, I think Shanks isn't actually a swordsman. He's a Haki-Man.
Oh Jesus, yeah, bro. He's gonna use his Haki Susanoo with the fucking. Oh god, yeah, bro. I mean, Shanks canonically is like never used a sword.
Never.
I mean, can you name one time he's even been shown with a sword or used it
Never.
in
Yeah.
combat? Like,
You know,
hey, he's literally a
yeah.
hockey man.
I mean, literally a Haki-Man. They call him Shanks Haki-Man.
The strongest hockey man in the verse, actually, is what they call him. You know what I mean? Yeah,
So much hockey.
yeah.
Like,
So
you know,
much
Colossus
hockey.
from X-Men? That's what Shanks is like with hockey.
Yeah, bro. Hockey domain expansion. Um,
Oh my god. Okay, let's get into some of the chapters this week.
yeah, Jesus Christ.
Yeah. Since we're already
Okay.
talking about it, Blue Lock's chapter was fun. It was intense. Not this kind of keeps in theme of Blue Lock's pattern of like nothing really happening, but a lot of it like being really intense. So it's just like Hiyori being like, "Damn, these fuckers are competitive. That's kind of hard." It's whole
Yeah, I
whole
like
chapter,
I
bro.
like Hiyori getting warmed up, whatever. Ness tried to look cool. I'm glad got bodied into the field. Here we go. Kaiser trying to cook like my goat. Obviously couldn't get the job done. Bum. Anyways, we're gonna ignore the fact that Isagi couldn't either, but like that's not important.
By the way, love seeing Baro
Bar
play. Yeah, that was cool. That was really cool.
yeah.
He just
Bar
played.
playing defense.
Yeah.
I said, oh fuck, bro, damn it.
Yeah.
No, I don't want this. This isn't what I need on the field right now, bro.
It's so irritating because I'm like, oh wait, Baro wasn't just like talking. I thought he was like,
Yeah.
oh, shit, yo,
Oh, no, he's actually changed.
fuck.
Fuck, shit.
yeah, no, it's
Yeah,
Asagi. It's like you got super metavision in there, which by the way, dude, all these characters being like, you're not the only one with metavision anymore, bum.
Yeah.
Dude, the way they were talking to and acting with Asagi was hilarious this chapter because it's like, oh, you gonna cry because your metavision doesn't work, nerd.
Yeah.
Loved it.
Let's see. See, I gotta just start banning people because people clearly think they could just play in my face. But anyways,
What?
yeah, somebody said that. Actually, I'm not telling you because you're annoying about it too. Anywho, yeah. I will say I'm looking forward to Hiyori locking in. Obviously,
Hold
it's
on.
we're gonna.
Wait,
we're gonna
you
need to
talking
see.
about Kunigami, the loser, that guy?
All right, bro. I'm dropping a clip. I'm sorry. I don't have the patience for this
Wait,
today.
wait,
No
wait,
patience
which
for
one?
the back and forth, bro. I'm which one? The one you talked about certain people's victory, right? The one I said I didn't have, but I just lied to make you lower your guard. That one. Yeah.
There was context involved. I apologize to the.
Okay. Context involved. Okay, so I can just drop it and you add the context after the fact.
Hold on. I forgot to fill in the blank for this. Which community was it?
Which community?
Oh, I remember. Okay.
Yeah, you're kind of finished, buddy. I got you. I'll put it on Twitter. Like, how about this? You get writing on the twit longer, and I will. And after that, we can just add context. You know what I mean?
Sexual Harding, thank you for the 5. Creams call it Ghostly Whale. It can negate ghost regeneration, and they can come back from complete physical destruction. Bro, that shit is so hard. Like yes, it can do. The negating ghost regeneration thing, by the way, is so busted as an ability in Danny Phantom too.
Yeah, which community is insane for you to say, by the way. Listen, Rare Roll, you got another one of those? I'm gonna just ban you, buddy. I don't have I don't have a clip on you, unfortunately. So that's the only one. That's the only thing I can do to take action. That is actually insane. I agree. I will say, good Blue Lock chapter. Honestly, subpar 8.5 out of 10 this week. I'm disappointed. Come back with heat next week.
Yeah, good job
Yeah.
to Blue Lock's manga. Wait, is it on break next week?
I don't know. I don't think it said break next week.
Okay, good. So
Yeah.
maybe
only one of the chapter or mangaka that we're talking about specifically today have failed us.
yeah. So let's. I give this solid 7.58 for Blue Lock.
Yeah, it got 8.5 for me.
Of course.
But yeah. Yep.
Now let's get into Wait, there's not My Hero. There's no Black Clover. JJK, I guess.
Yep. That's JJ Kitan.
All right,
Um,
Jujutsu Kaisen time. Let's talk about it. Let's discuss it. Sorcery
yep.
fight. Um,
Listen, I'm gonna address the elephant in the room, right? Gojo fucking cooked. Like, what can you really
yep,
say, right?
yep.
Like, agendas, theories, predictions aside, like, I'm gonna dedicate this first part of the discussion to like no speculation bullshit, right? Which I will like to do in a little bit, but I will just say, I mean, bro came up with the most ridiculous nonsense on the fly. And I mean, I gotta give him credit for it. You know what I mean? I like. Well, what can you really say about this performance? Bro said, yeah, Gojo, Sukuna is waiting for me to charge up Hollow Purple, so I'll just make it outside of my body. What? Excuse me? What are we doing here?
Okay, okay.
What?
I just want to. I don't know how to approach this chapter without like glazing
Glazing?
and
Yep.
being a pessimist, right? There's a balance to it. So
Hmm.
I'm gonna let you decide the
Glaze
structure.
first, pessimism later,
Okay,
bro.
okay. Let's glaze first, right? Gojo is that
Not
fucking guy.
less.
Gojo is that fucking guy. Okay, y'all see my goat in that image? You see this image on your screen, right? With Gojo on my side, because he's got my back and I have his. All right. Since day one, I have said Gojo has got a handle on this. The fraud can't compete with him. And everybody laughed, right? Everybody was like, "Oh, Kreams, what do you think Gojo's gonna die?" I never said that. I always said he was gonna win day one. Check the records, but don't actually. But like, check the fucking records, don't actually. And it's. I feel vindicated, man.
See, I wasn't necessarily gonna go with a lying route, but obviously I see that's kind of your bag for real. Yeah. Listen, I I mean, I don't know what to say, bro. Like, I mean, the unlimited Hollow Purple definitely lived up to its hype. Like, I will say this: we've seen, I think, in the past, like, I think this is like the second sort of like self-harming do or die sort of technique that we've seen in the story. Except one character died and didn't get the job done. The other one seemingly, right, got the job done and is not worse for wear, right? I will just say Gojo, I mean, like Gojo put on an elite performance, a masterclass, if you will, bro. I will say, like,
Dude,
I mean, there is just not much to say about it, bro. Like, he said, all right, bro, all right, I hit two black flashes already. Let me hit two more.
yep. And
Right?
bro, these black flashes. Now he's what, tied for the record with Nanami, or does Yuji still have it? I forgot what, but
No. So like, Yuji hasn't broken the record yet either. So the record is 4 consecutive black flashes. Yuji has not, like, he's hit 5 black flashes in like in a fight, but I don't know if that's what they. Either way, Yuji has the most black flashes displayed in one fight. Gojo is still tied with Naname.
right, but he's still top three, and he's doing that shit like it is a lot less eventful for Gojo than it was for Yuji and Nanami. That's for damn sure. And
Yeah.
and I just want to say, I'm proud of him. I'm proud of my boy. They said, "Oh, Kreams, won't it be like ironic if like your meat munching doesn't come to fruition?" I guess we'll never know.
I guess we'll never. I guess we'll never know is nuts. But okay, listen. Okay. Jerome Simmons, thank you for being a member for 2 months. I'm Team Gojo, but Sukuna is not done, and people running with that should just stop. If you just use 0.5% more of your brain, you would know.
Yeah.
And
Okay.
then
So
let's
we
see.
can get
This
to that
kind of goes into
during the pessimism portion. So like I want to put a
yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Cool.
Did you
And then that kind of
yeah.
yeah. Bun Fajam. I'm gonna say. Thank you for the 5. Crazy how people are taking Kusakabe's expectations at face value in a fight where we should expect the unexpected. Sukuna in 5, nothing has changed. Well, listen. Here's the thing. Here's the thing that kind of annoys me about discourse around this fight. Right? There are only extremes. There is no nuance. Right?
Mm,
Saying nothing has changed is nuts. Right? Like, okay, that purple hurt. Right?
it hurt, dude.
Shit has changed. Like,
Look.
this chapter has changed the circumstances of this fight dramatically. How
Yeah.
However, right, that I'm not one to think that this fight is over.
Me either. Do you want to
But
get
like, that doesn't mean that Gojo should not be like propped up. Like, hey, listen,
Gojo won
Gojo fans,
arguably
Gojo
a 4v1.
people.
No, sorry, a 7v1. If you want to count,
one is nuts.
like if you want to count Ajito's like respective shinigamis, or shikigamis, right? Like, it is wild how well Gojo did. Because like, if you really think about it, right? And I know this is good. Let me take my glazing hat off for like 0.2 seconds, right? Gojo had the cards stacked up against him. Like, I'll be real. Sukuna had the variety advantage. He had the Maharaga advantage. And the bum still lost. So it speaks to Gojo's perseverance, ingenuity, and, you know, being simply that guy. The 0.2 seconds passed. I don't know if you caught it.
Yeah, no, I could tell. I mean, I'm not even sure I noticed when when it started or stopped, but yeah.
I was like, oh man, it might be too subtle.
Too subtle, yeah. Gojo himself doesn't think the fight is over. I mean,
okay.
Kind of like, okay, here's the thing, right? Because like, it is very weird because like, I think Kreams probably exists in a similar sort of dimension where it's like who you want to win and who you think is going to win are at direct odds. Like, listen, here's the thing: as a Megumi fan, first and foremost, right? Gojo winning and getting Megumi back right now is in the best interest for my mental health, right?
Same.
My therapist has said, my therapist has said, listen, Ronin, if you keep this up, right? If you keep reading these chapters and not seeing Megumi, I'm not sure your heart will be able to take the strain of like this grief, rage, and stress,
Bro,
right?
His
and
therapist
I said,
is so stressed because he's told me about this. His therapist, like, dude, he just bought a new Lamborghini, right? That first week, Sukuna took over Megumi's body, cashing in, right?
Yeah.
But like,
and here's the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, the thing is, I told my therapist, listen, I understand you have a professional opinion here. Shut up, all right,
bro.
Things need to cook,
it's like,
and my heart will hold up.
It's like, please, PR. Like, I need to get a Rolex next week. Can you just like chill the fuck
out? Your continued patronage really helps. I mean, this is just the most stress I've ever seen in a person. Actually,
I got your whole house on my wrist, bro. On Sigmund Freud for real.
Oh Jesus. I will say though, like, in spite of that, right? I don't know how else to say that I think Sukuna is still going to win, right? Is it looking dire, right? Is he looking worse for wear? Yeah. Does that mean he's out? Like, I'll put it like this.
Bro.
We've seen a lot of characters in positions like this, in fights, in JJK, in like, it wasn't over, right? May I remind you, Chatafi, if you will. Yuji, at some point in the Mahito fight, was curled up in a ball, right? Crying as Mahito just looked over his body and was monologuing, bro. It can get bad. But guess what? Who was the one that was crawling away at the end?
Exactly.
It wasn't Yuji.
Actually, let's first of all, Maharaga Neji, thank you for the 2. Yuta copied Geto's technique. He will beat Kenjaku. Did he? Wait.
I mean, I think it's more of a theory. I don't think he's saying literally we've seen this.
I mean, that'd be hilarious. That'd be funny, and it would also be like, let me just say, man, the point of, you know how I was like, oh yeah, Kenjaku doesn't know how to power scale anyone. He's just like really bad at it. Let me tell you, if he just like makes that oversight, all that shit talk he was giving Yuta, I don't see what everybody sees in him. That bum, that loser. He's not the next Satoru Gojo. I could take him right now. Shit, let me go find him. Right? All the heavy talk he was doing, right? Just saying.
I get you. Like if he gets bodied, then yeah, I don't think he's going out like that, right?
Drum Simmons, thank you for gifting a membership. Let's see, Libra365, you were the receiver of Drum Simmons' beautiful gift. Drum Simmons, thank you for the 35. Winning and losing is reserved for the end of the fight. It's not over. No winners and losers yet. You're not only correct, right? Because here's the problem, right? As a Gojo fan, for me, the win con is Sukuna's dead, right? Like fully dead, in pieces, down to the last atom. Like where Maharaga is, Sukuna's up there with him. Sorry, down there with him, right?
Are you trying to piss me off? Like, is that what's going on right now?
Right.
What's
Megumi's body, right?
What's happening right now? Sorry, I almost released a clip on instinct. You know what I mean? I just like my finger just fucking almost slipped. You know what I mean? So
okay.
Maybe rephrase.
Okay, Sukuna outside of Megumi's body, all of the stuff I said before, right? That's my win con for Gojo. However, I just want to say the last line feels like a classic Gege Akutami troll, and I'll tell you why, right?
Just watched an
Kusakabe's
episode where Mekamaru said, I can win this, bro.
But I was gonna say, like, that Gojo 1 was said by Kusakabe. The GOAT, don't get me wrong, right? But, like, he's not in there. Like, he's not in Sukuna's head. Like, oh, yeah, Gojo won. And it's based off of, like, not even, like, a declaration of the fight. He's just like, Gojo might as well have won, right? Because Sukuna doesn't have domain amplification. He's got no more Maharaga. Gojo's technique is replenished, etc., etc. So I get why he would make that assumption. But at the same time, where's your curse technique? Are you special grade? You the king of curses? Like,
yeah, it is one of those things where it's like, listen, bro, like, you're him, but like, you're not fighting him. Yeah,
like this.
I'll just say this
out of your expertise, like, no offense.
Yeah, like I just feel like this, right? I am very much of the opinion, like, hey, listen, if Gojo wins, right? Gege will have surprised me yet again, but like,
not Sukuna losing a positive statement, by the way.
Not necessarily, right? It's not necessarily negative either, just neutral. It's just a statement of fact. He will have surprised me, right? And like, so the vested interest is just, I think it's going to be the case, right? But like, I don't like Sukuna more than Gojo, particularly, right? Megumi body's doing, and anyways, right? Sorry, I almost went into a ramble there, but yeah. Anyways, I think it's like this, right? If to Sukuna losing means death, right? The only way to beat him is to kill him, right? Or something extremely similar, right? Like something as close to death as you can possibly get, like how Yuji was, right? And that suspended state of death, where he's like, his body's literally can't move. Sukuna has to make a binding vow to heal him. Blah blah blah. Cool, fine, right? Sukuna, no matter how damaged he is, no matter how bad he's looking, right? He currently is not that, right? Hurt, yes. Broken, yes. Defeated, full stop.
Yeah, that's a bit.
I'm gonna need Megumi to take control now, or like you said, Kreams, for Sukuna's head to be removed and more than likely obliterated for me to believe the fight is over, and vice versa, right? Yeah. The only way I'd ever believe Gojo was genuinely fucking finished. Listen, how did Gojo awaken?
Yeah,
he didn't get the job done.
Because I'm like, okay, Gege. I think one of the last things mentioned on the final page was a Black Flash, and I'm like, Gege, if you're foreshadowing a Sukuna like Mahito type Black Flash, fuck you. Like literally just like screw you. You know, like you're not as clever as you think you are type shit, right?
Yeah.
And I don't know, man. Something about the way this fight's quote unquote ended is really interesting to me, because like Sukuna's still there. He's still, like, he's standing too, right? Like, he's not on the ground like heaving and hawing. Like, he's up. Like, Shibuya, I don't know what area there. I think that's Shibuya, right? It's gone. Shinjuku's gone, right? And there he is on two stumps, but he's up, right? And it's like, well, damn, he protected his head. And look, the Gojo stan in me wants to say, oh, Maharaga's gone, and I think in my TikTok I said something like, mommy and daddy aren't here anymore, you're gonna have to learn to fight for yourself.
That's crazy. But yeah.
But that's the basic sentiment, right? And like, without a domain either, right? However, a Black Flash could still get by infinity, sure, you know, whatever. However, and this is like, we can move on to the pessimism part real quick, right? I have a hunch, like my spider sense was tingling. I'm like, I sense a shall I save you Mahito type of moment coming from right Kenjaku? Now from Kenjaku. Yeah, like I don't know why it like, I don't know if you did, but like I definitely felt it somewhere.
I could sense something like that happen. I could see something like that being like, hey Sukuna, you know, the last finger you needed, buddy?
Yeah.
Eat up, grub up. Exactly. I got something for you.
Or like, Sukuna, let's 2v1 him, and you're not strong enough to, like, you know, stop me from helping you now. Bum. I don't think Kenjaku would talk that heavy to him, just in case, but it would be hilarious. I'm not gonna lie to you,
because like Sukuna's like, bro, listen, you better fucking kill me immediately after this, because if you don't, I will remember this.
It's like, oh, with what, your malfunctioning shrine, domain expansion. Come on, fight back. Use a barrier.
Yeah.
I dare you.
I
mean, would it be crazy to say that Kenjaku would like beat Sukuna right now?
If Sukuna has nothing else in the tank, right, and is it fucking I could beat Sukuna right now.
No,
You know
no,
what I mean?
no. If
Like,
just even like if he's even at like 30% of his power, but he just still can't use a domain, is that not like a win con for Kenjaku?
I mean, yeah, I guess the domain would body Sukuna. I don't know how willing I'd be to like bet. Like, if it's like, okay, put your life savings on one of these characters, Kenjaku or Sukuna. It might be foolish, right? I don't
You don't believe
I
in
don't
Kenjaku, yeah.
I don't know if Kenjaku getting the job done. And that's assuming Sukuna still has something left. Like, if this is literally a state, like I said, a strong gust to win got him, right?
Yeah.
But like, I'm assuming that there is more to Sukuna's abilities, personally.
So let me ask you like a bouncy question then, right? Does this chapter, like, assuming it's the end, just for argument's sake, right, boost Gojo stocks more, or is this like within expectation?
Oh, this 100% boost Gojo stocks more. Bro made purple outside of his body.
And survived it, which is crazy, by the way.
And then, well, I will say this. It's weird that he had to quote unquote survive it. Where'd Infinity go, bro?
I think it's sort of like a I'm already using one kind of a.
You think he can't use two techniques at once? Confused.
No, I think it's because like to make purple, he uses blue already. So I just assume it's sort of like that. Still though, I remember in the fan translations he said it was because of the amount of cursed energy, which I thought was like interesting for Gojo because that's not really his main thing.
Yeah.
And I think in the officials he was like, my cursed energy.
It's my cursed energy. It's because it was my cursed energy.
Yeah.
Like, it harmed me less, which makes Yuki's death even more funny.
Yeah.
But
yeah, so it was like, damn, Gojo really tanked a purple. Like oh, buddy, that's so cool, you know? Like,
yeah, I don't know, man.
I think the longer this fight goes on, the longer I'm like, I can see why Kenjaku couldn't do anything when he was like out and about, you know? Like, I get it.
Yeah. Of course he couldn't. You know what I mean? Of course he couldn't.
Because like you tell me when you first saw Kenjaku's like barrierless domain, you weren't like, oh wait, why can't you just like do this, right? Like you never had a moment where like prior to like that fight's resolution, right? Just like in that moment, you weren't like, wait, Kenjaku, if you're built like this, bro, like, well you could have ganged up on Gojo. You could have done something.
No. There has never been a point in the story, I don't think, where I've thought, Kenjaku, you have a shot at Gojo.
It's more. It's not even that. It's just like, wait, why did you need him like completely gone? Like, what was he stopping, right?
Shit, everything, bro.
I mean, I know that now, but like,
yeah, I don't know, man. Listen, maybe you don't like Gojo as much as you like to say, because there was never a point in my pretty neutral Gojo liking career, right, where I'm
no, it was never like you can. It was like why don't you feel like you can, right? Like if you've seen Infinite Void before, right? You're Kenjaku, and you know you have a barrierless domain. Why don't you be like, oh wait, my domain's better. Let me go over there and like teach him who's boss. Right.
Yeah.
Like why? Maybe he's not like a particularly cocky character, and he wants to be like overly safe, but. It's funny that, like, the thought never crossed his mind.
I think the problem would be, like, range if he doesn't have the same range thing as Sukuna. Because Sukuna's domain isn't better than Gojo's, like, inside. It's better in the sense that, like, when they both are operating at their sort of standard distance, you know, not any, like, extra sort of, like, bobs and boops or whistles or whatever, right? Sukuna's domain will just destroy Gojo's from the outside. But, like, inside, their sure hits are similar. And I would imagine that, like, even if Kenjaku is the better barrier user, which is fine, like, it wouldn't be enough to, like, immediately overwhelm his domain. And then they would just be fighting inside of their domain expansions. And that is... Any scenario in which Kenjaku is fighting Gojo is not a good scenario for Kenjaku. I do say.
You do declare. Yeah.
I do declare.
Insipid Neji XX, thank you for the 2. Megumi is a pack, say goodbye. Bro, I am trying to save you. You gotta work with me here.
Yeah, like, listen, bro. I like, here's the thing, right? I've gotten past the point, I think, of being, like, upset about it, because you're giving me money to be wrong and for me to ban you when he comes back. Like, that's just how it is. Thanks. I appreciate it, right? Like, that's all it is.
M3D, thank you for the 2. Yorozu's gift is a sensu bean, just what? I'm gonna be furious. If it's literally like a restart the clock thing, I'm gonna be so mad.
Yeah. Yeah. I will say that'd be hilarious, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I would send
like, all right, let's run it back.
Yeah, and if his brain gets fixed too, oh my god, no. Nah, dude. No way. I'm telling you
Yeah,
right now,
no. Mm-mm.
like, I feel I would rather Kenjaku eat Sukuna. Like, I would literally rather that happening than doing that, right? Or alternatively, let's just get into this real quick, right?
Mm-hmm.
I have thought about like how the fight goes from here, from this chapter for a couple days now since the scans came out, and
Mm-hmm.
the funniest thing that could happen, right? And I do mean like haha funny, is Gojo's like, all right, I'm satisfied. This is Yuta's problem now, or Kashimo's, right? No, specifically Yuta's, right? Yuta, Hikaru, Maki, they tag in to deal with like the remains of Sukuna. It's whatever, right? That's a separate fight.
Mm.
Then Gojo has to fight Kashimo because he won. So he's like, sorry, I got like a promise to fulfill. Kashimo's like, oh yeah, I got winner.
Mm. Yeah.
And
What Gojo fights Kashimo?
yeah, so he takes like a couple pages of the next chapter to finish up Kashimo, and then he watches Yuta, Maki, and Hikari deal with Sukuna.
Yeah, I got you. So,
Like I said,
10 or 20 documents.
okay. I said it would be the funniest thing, right? What do you think would be the funniest thing to happen?
The funniest thing to happen, right?
Funny, but like sort of realistic.
The funniest thing to happen, I think the funniest thing that could happen is like Sukuna has no more resistance and like he just loses. Like literally there is
Oh,
it's just
what
it.
the
He
fuck?
just gave us a cliffhanger for no reason, right? Like on some because he's not never done that before, right? I mean like it sometimes he'll just end on like a character being almost dead and then he'll like just finish him off next chapter, right? I don't think it's gonna happen, but it would be like okay, he's going on a break, right? And Sukuna was left alive at the end, and then it's just like, no, I mean,
Yeah,
he
I mean,
lost. Like
like,
Scotty was right. He
yeah,
just won the fight. Huh?
that would actually be pretty fucking hilarious because at that point it's like, okay, um, so the Culling Games, what's or alternatively, hey Sukuna, what's your binding vow with Kenjaku? Like, what's up with that? And then,
Yeah.
oh wait, fuck him, he's in Geto's body. Let me deal with that real quick. I'll be right back.
Just teleports away, comes back with his head. All right. Where were we?
Yeah,
Um,
I mean,
yeah.
yeah. Now that this is taken care of, like, can you train my students for me? I got like a point to prove.
I got a point to prove is nuts. Um, let's see.
Um,
Just some nerd. Thank you for the 5. How much you want to bet Sukuna is gonna poison Gojo? Because wasn't Sukuna known as the king of curses and deadly poisons? Yeah.
yeah.
But like,
It's funny that only came up like once. And I think it
the
was
poison stuff
yeah, I think it was like
in reference to Yuji.
yeah, no, yeah, Nobara mentioned that about Yuji being Sukuna's vessel, but like outside of that, I've never heard Sukuna being referred to as the king of poison. I don't know why Gege just like added that in. I think he meant to give Yuji like a poison buff, but didn't know how to like make it natural or whatever. So I
Yeah.
think that was his workaround. Either way, it could come up again. Although I don't know, Gojo's reverse curse technique is really good, so he might just like do on some Hikari shit, just like excrete it.
On some Hikari shit, just excrete it. He could have just said that's his curse energy trait. Excrete it is funny, but
Yeah.
yeah,
Chris
dude,
YT.
I don't know.
Oh,
Listen,
what you were saying?
go ahead.
I was just gonna read the next super chat. What's up?
All right, I was just gonna say, hey, bro, listen. Honestly, like I still think Sukuna is gonna win, but I'm gonna be real with you. So long as Megumi comes back, I'm okay with being like really, really wrong. I think I can live with that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh no, I made a video on it. I was incorrect. Hey, bro, Megumi back. What you want me to do about it? Hey, bro,
New
damn,
video dropping soon. Yeah.
new video drop. Like, hey, bro, listen, a couple people getting banned. Like that's, hey, listen, I was wrong, but I was right. You know what I mean? So, kind of hedged my bets, I guess. Yeah, I got you. Chris YT, thank you for the 10. So you're going to tell Jogo to fight and not worry about the future, but did the exact opposite and couldn't go out because he was thinking of the next fight, which fucked him. Probably agreed. I will say, like, I've seen some theories about, like, that's potentially part of the reason, like, he also didn't, like, land any black flashes in the fight. Apart from him just not being as, like, physically, sort of, like, able to hit Gojo in the first place, which I do think is part of it. But, like, someone was saying it's also he's not necessarily as in the moment as Gojo. Like Gojo doesn't have to do anything after this, right? If he beats Sukuna, that's the win con. But if Sukuna beats Gojo, he's got like well, let's be honest, 4 other people he has to worry about,
Yeah.
right?
So
And it's like,
I mean, my main beef with that is like the trump card they theorize Sukuna had in reserve for like getting jumped.
mhm.
It seems like a bro, like use it or lose it at this juncture, you know? Like you
Which
got
I
it.
think I
Yeah.
could, which I could see happening in the future. Like I could see that. I could see this next being like, wow, okay, call it cope, whatever, right? But you know how like when Ichigo's fighting Byakuya and he's like, damn, bro, I thought I could beat you without Bonkai. That was kind of dumb of me. I
Yeah.
kind of fuck. Now I'm kind of an idiot, bro. Well, I can't. So it's time to show you. Something like of a similar, I guess like purpose. I could see something like, wow, I called you an ordinary guy, and now I don't have a hand. So we're gonna kick this up a notch, buddy. I wasn't built to hold back and fight you. I know some people think that like him holding back has no relevance. I personally, and I get why, because like infinity, blah 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 blah. Like I get it, I understand it, but to me, I tend to approach these things like ongoing fights. I tend to try to approach them more narratively than like power scaling. Like it's like, is there a point for Gege as an author in bringing it up, right? If it holds no relevance to this ongoing battle, to me, right? You're feel free to disagree, but to me, it doesn't, right? To me, it's implying that like there is some ability that is useful here, right? That Sukuna is not using out of like not necessarily fear, but it's like wariness, right? It's like he's pacing himself basically. And it might be time for Sukuna to stop doing that.
Yeah. So I don't know. Like I want to see like how Sukuna sort of pivots, because if the next chapter after this break is like it's okay, we'll just scrap like hand to hand or something, I'm gonna be like, neat. However, you've shown us Gojo is like, it's another chapter of Gojo bullying this man. You know, like move on. Just politely move on.
Yeah.
M3, thank you for the 5. You want to know what y'all think about it? But I for real believe Gojo could fight most characters in their own domain without popping his own or even simple domain and still fold them. That's tough. I mean,
now he's bodying him. Mahito's bodying him. Obviously, assuming he doesn't use any counter domain things.
I mean, it's
well,
okay.
now yeah, maybe not, because RCT, cool, fine,
Yeah.
whatever.
Okay. See, okay. This is tough because I'm basing this off of entering Jogo's domain, and Jogo was like, wait, it's weird that they're both like they're not incinerated instantly, right? So maybe Gojo's like inherent like toughness or cursed energy amp, or like you know, like amping his physical stats is like crazy, and I think it's been shown that it is. Hikari's easily he's puking like on the first punch. Like let's be real.
Hikari's domain irrelevant. I think Yorozu's would be a problem. Like I think Gojo will just die. If like perfect sphere is as infinite pressure, it just destroys everything it comes, as much as he says, right? He's just gonna get hit, and he's just gonna see Geto in the afterlife or whatever.
Yeah.
I feel the same way about Mahito's.
I mean, at least with he might just use simple domain on Yorozu, right? That's kind of where Yorozu stacks for me.
Yeah.
A Gojo.
The question
domain.
though is like how many domains can he tank without using any precautions outside of just.
Yeah. So like.
So when it's like, I think so. I'll put it like this. I'll name the ones he can't. Sukuna. Well, no, not. I don't think he could. I'm gonna say this. I don't think he could survive Sukuna if he did not use simple domain multiple times. Hot take, I guess. I don't fucking know. Whatever. I think it is.
Hold on. Is Sukuna still pressing him physically? Because like Gojo was like making a run for it and everything.
Yeah. Sukuna would be attacking.
Okay. So yeah, I can see that.
I personally don't think he can do that. Like I think the simple, and that's not a knock to him. I mean, he survived someone else's fucking domain expansion, right? But like I think he could not just eat it and have Sukuna still attack him with no simple domain, personally, right? So maybe not Sukuna. Shogo's, yes. We see it. Dagon's, yes. Megumi's, yes. Smallpox deities, yes. Hikari's, yes. Nalia's probably. Kenjaku's probably. I do think Yorozu, Higuruma, and Mahito are erasing Gojo from existence if he takes no precautions outside of like
buffing
just trying to reinforce his body with curse energy. Like, oh no, your soul's obliterated, buddy. You're done.
Yeah.
For Higuruma, it's like, hey, bro, you blew up Shinjuku.
Yo.
Give me your curse energy, your curse technique gone. This one-shot sword, thanks.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Whatever.
You know, it's funny. I was thinking about. I think it was your video with like Gojo versus the Disaster Curses. I don't know if that was the video, but like you were talking about like the matchup, and my favorite thing was like, oh, Mahito versus blah blah blah. Like if he ever got Idol Transfiguration off on Gojo, it would be a wrap. And technically, you're right? But like, I'm seeing this fight. Nah, Mahito's not doing shit. Like. Because, like, he can't touch Gojo without domain amplification, and he can't do domain amplification without, like, giving up idle transfiguration. And at that point, it's like, you're just...
I hope you don't think I was ever under the impression that Mahito would beat Gojo.
No,
right?
no. More like, how do I say this? It's funny to, like, think that despite Mahito's prodigious abilities as a sorcerer, right, copying the 0.2 domain, for example, he still, like, can't... I don't see a version of Mahito even like awakened that's like hanging with Gojo like that. It's just funny.
Yeah. I'm unfortunately, the visual impairment is crazy, but it's all right, buddy. It's okay. You can't tell, but I'm patting you on your shoulder here. But yeah, I will say, yeah, Gojo probably does. Like, okay, I'll put it like this: the more straightforward the attack is of the domain, the more likely he is to survive it, right?
Yeah.
That's
like
how I feel about it.
Yeah, if Mahito, like, I don't know why he did this in Mekamaru's domain, but he touched Mekamaru's like suit to like do idle transfiguration. But for Nanami, he was like, oh no, you're just in the palm of my hand already.
Yeah, I think for Mekamaru it's theatrics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if that's the case, then I think he's gonna be fine. With Mahito's domain, it's just like he could probably get off like 1 or 2 idle transfigurations if he's like reinforcing the spot that Mahito's touching on some Nanami shit.
Gojo's turning into a nice looking transfigured human, bro. I'm gonna be real.
I said 2 before that happens. Now that
like,
being
sure,
said, that being said,
sure hits.
That being said, though, like even a falling blossom emotion, I feel like would save his life.
I don't think falling blossom emotion works on idle transfiguration.
Oh, you think it's like too metaphysical?
It's closer to Gojo's infinite void than it is to like Dagon's domain.
Right. Okay.
It's not like a physical attack like that to me.
Okay. Yeah. Then I guess
Gojo can. This is the funny comment. Gojo can levitate in Mahito's domain, so Mahito can't touch him. That has nothing to do with it. It's a sure hit domain expansion.
But also, that's real. That'd be a really funny interaction.
He just like imagine if like Nanami could have. He just jumped. Like he just jumped. You can't hit me. I'm in the air now. Yeah, like that's a very, very funny notion. No, my feet aren't touching your hands. Like that's hilarious.
By the way, something I'm not clear on, and I want to know your take. Do you think Gojo's and Sukuna's brains are like fried forever, or just for the rest of this fight until like they heal like fully?
I don't know. Like, I don't think they're not ever gonna use domain expansions again, right? That's just a little hard to believe. But like, they did really abuse their brains. You know what I mean? It's kind of hard. It's like one of those things where it's like, okay, if they can't use RCT to heal it anymore, right? You like gave yourself brain damage. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's like,
but like the whole point is you can't heal it because then that adds to it. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm kind of like, what's the going rate on brain damage recovery? I don't know.
Because like, I could see an argument for maybe Shoko doing it. Like, you go to a brain surgeon to deal with something like that, and then it sort of like heals on its own. Because the main difficulty comes from like redoing the brain, right? You're just sort of like guessing.
Yeah, you're just destroying a chunk. I'm like, all right, I fixed it though, so I think I'm good.
Yeah, like I think I got it. So I don't know. For Sukuna and Gojo, like maybe with other people participating, but I think natively it's like they can't do it, which is I guess interesting.
That's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool. They tried to cheat like a very fundamental thing about domains, and they kind of got slapped up for it. You know what I mean?
I mean, Gojo more so because I think Sukuna's damage also comes from tanking Infinite Void.
Yeah, it does come from just sitting in there like an idiot. But yeah, I will say so 2 things. I want to kind of dive into King Nigel's question a little bit more, but I want to read this shout out real quick. Just because I think it's an interesting question, but it's one I think is rather simple. So Koku's Crib, isn't Sukuna just immune to idol transfiguration? Why wouldn't that apply to Gojo? The simple answer is just like Gojo doesn't have any soul resistance feats. Like that's as simple as it gets. Could he have it? Sure, I guess, but like
It's not.
it's sort of like
Yeah.
it's sort of like Yuji has resistance to the soul. Why doesn't Megumi? It's like, well, I mean, because Yuji does and not Megumi. Like it's just that
'cause,
it's like one character is shown to have it,
Yeah.
the other isn't.
Like, you'd have to overinterpret that thing he said to Kenjaku about, like, his soul telling him otherwise about Geto's body.
Yeah.
And then being like, oh, yeah, no, he can see the outline of the soul and attack it accordingly. Which is not, like, outside the realm of possibility. But it feels like it need to be confirmed for it to, like...
and I'll say, like, Nobara attacked the soul, right? And she got slapped in the face and her head blew up.
Yeah, like,
so,
the thing is, right, Gojo doesn't need that to like, beat Mahito, right? So it's something he can, like, take or leave, right? Like, it doesn't change the outcome, right?
Yeah,
So,
it's only relevant in, like, these very hyper specific, like, disadvantageous conversations.
Yeah.
Like, yes, if Sukuna acts, not Sukuna, if Gojo acts out of character, lets Mahito open a domain expansion, doesn't counter over zone, doesn't use simple domain, doesn't try to, like, blitz him or whatever, and he just gets hit, yes, he would lose.
Like,
right?
Gojo
But it's,
would
like,
need
it's
to
such a
try to
specific,
lose, right? Like
yeah,
he would
it's
need to have a
such
death
set of
wish.
circumstances. It's like, yeah, the fight obviously goes differently well before that.
Yeah, but it's
now,
like you give Gojo even the slightest bit of, like, precaution and it's over, you know? Like,
yeah.
oh, man, I don't feel like dying. Hollow wicker basket. What now?
Yeah. King Ninja, thank you for the 5. Need your input on this. Do you think Yuji's physical stats would have fared better against Gojo, or is Megumi always the clear choice? To me, Megumi was always the clear choice. Like if Sukuna, I don't know if I'm betting on Sukuna having no way to get past the limitless on his own, right? But let's presume that he can't, right? Sukuna being stronger wouldn't really matter if your opponent is to quote Viz, inviolable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
God, it sounds like they're describing the inability to volley in volleyball. God.
Jesus Christ.
But yeah,
so I personally think I don't really think Yuji's stats contributed very much to Sukuna's overall physical abilities.
Actually,
I can be honest.
I want to take it a step further than that, right? So, like, I'll actually triple down. I don't think, like, for some reason, Yuji as a vessel seemed to be, like, treated independently. So I think that was just Sukuna using, like, the base or whatever, but not using the power. So I don't think he was stacking his own feats on top of Yuji's. I think he was just, like, in an empty vessel, more or less, and just amping it.
It's just a body. It's a body to add cursed energy to.
Yeah.
And the reason I think I say that is because, like, the reason I think that's the case is, like, Maki mentions, like, oh, it's so weird to see Megumi fighting this well, right? And obviously, Sukuna has much more cursed energy and stuff, but I feel like...
But that seems to come from Sukuna as, like, a combatant.
Yeah, and it does, and I 100% agree.
Yeah. So,
it doesn't really seem like... You get the technique, right? And you could definitely say, oh, well, if you're getting, like, some other physical trait of theirs, you should probably get, like, all of them. And it's like, sure, but Yuji, I think, is just so inconsequential, especially, like, when we actually see him being a vessel for Sukuna, like Shibuya and whatever, relative to Sukuna's actual physical abilities, that whatever boost you think he may have gotten probably just doesn't add up to much when fighting Gojo, right? And I think the technique buff would be better.
Yeah. Especially Maharaga, right? Because that's 4 or 5 chapters worth of this fight.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Yeah, like Yuji is, like, cool, as a vessel, or I guess as, like, a sorcerer, but he's ill-equipped. Like I wouldn't pick him if I was fighting Gojo, you know?
Yeah. Personally not.
Rome Legend, thank you for the 10. I doubt Gojo can be affected by idol transfiguration. He was able to see that Megumi's soul took the UV hit, so I bet he could defend against it on a level that Sukuna can't. In my opinion. That's fair. I like, it's not an unreasonable opinion, right? It's more like... It's... How do I say this? Gojo doesn't win or lose anything from being immune to idol transfiguration, right? Like that's the whole point. He can be super vulnerable to it, like assuming he doesn't defend himself, or he could be, like, invincible to it, but the outcome of the fight will not change, right? Like, he's still putting Mahito in a pack.
Yeah.
So that's kind of where I stand on it.
Yeah, and, like, I will also just say this, right? Yuji without Sukuna is, like, or, like, Yuji can see the outline of the soul, right? But guess what? It's not Yuji that stops Mahito from fucking killing him with auto transfiguration. It's Sukuna,
Yeah.
right? Seeing the soul is not like it's
It's not an
almost like thinking
antibody.
this, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like listen, I can see this fist heading towards my face. I'm now immune to it. It's like, no, seeing it is one thing. It's impressive, right? But listen, when that thing collides with your nose, it doesn't, unless you have a feat of like you having a complete resistance to it, it doesn't mean much.
Like, bro, by the way, speaking of, am I tripping, or did Maharaga passively adapt to Black Flash? Because he just ate like 2 of those.
Listen, bro, he didn't adapt to shit. Bro just fucking tanked that. He said, hold on. Hey, bro, listen, them looking dangerous.
Gotta protect my boy.
I'm not gonna lie to you though. It was nuts to see Maharaga eat like what is at least one Black Flash, 0 damage.
Yeah,
I'm like
didn't even slow him down really. Like he just tanked it.
You looking a little beefy, buddy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with you. That's kind of crazy.
Not only that, but why the fuck did Gojo's casual blue look like it did more damage to him? Like, you know what I mean? Like Maharaga's like whole back, like head went back. When they were in the air. Like, huh?
Yeah.
What's so Black Flash is easier? Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah, I will say very very interesting feat for Maharaga there. Just yum Black Flash.
Chris, what's he thinking for the 5? Reread the entire fight in one read. Nice. It's actually hit different. I had it in my top 7. After the reread, it's definitely my top 3 best fight in the series. Yeah, no, both are good spots to have it. I would say like I want to give it a true like end because I don't think this is like the end of the confrontation until I reread it in totality. I'll tell you what though, I did reread like the first 8 or 9 chapters of this fight, and it was a lot more exhilarating chapter to chapter just to have them back to back like that, because it's like domain back and forth. Oh my god, you know, like the experience is fucking crazy.
Yeah, it's very very fun, very fun. I reread up to where we're at. It's a good fight. I pretty much feel the same way I do on a weekly read, but I mean it's good. It's good manga, good fighting. Jerome Simmons, thank you for the 35. My boy Yuji will shine. His time coming. Duh. Like, obviously. Of course it will, bro. Main character things. I don't know how, but it's gonna happen. I will tell you that. And Samar Nelson, thank you for the 5. Random, what are the repercussions of Rika dying in JJK 0 if Yuta gain the same ability still? How much is he nerfed now compared to before? So 2 things. Well, one thing is possible. The other thing is like definitely much more confirmed. 5-minute limit, whereas Yuta is never implied to have that before, right? Which, imagine if Yuta could bring out what his 5 minutes looks like all the time, right? That might be like what the hypothetical full potential like Yuta no destroyed Rika looks like, right? So he's definitely lost a little bit of like longevity and stamina in that department. And there's potentially, it really depends, right? If you take Ishigori at his word and like now Yuta requires conditions to take techniques, whereas before it was just stated to be like conditionless by Kenjaku. Obviously Kenjaku was working on like older knowledge of volume 0 Yuta. Then like now what was once conditionlessly taking techniques, right? I want you guys to lock in with me here, now requires conditions. That is a huge fucking nerf. In my opinion, at least. Like that changes Yuta from being a character who can like surpass Gojo in like 2 years to someone who will take like a decade or whatever. To me, like it's that sort of like track of time. That's how I look at it.
Yeah. Samar Nelson, of Rika. Oh no, okay, you read that one. Where is it? Rome Legend, they gave you the 2. That's why I specified a level similar to Sukuna.
Is he talking about auto transfiguration?
Yeah.
It's just, listen. Here's a simple like facts of the matter, right? Let's assume Gojo can 100% can perceive the soul, right? Perceiving the soul does not mean automatically you are resistant to it, right? Yuji is not resistant to idle transfiguration inherently. He can still perceive the soul and damage Mahito, right? Sukuna is the reason Mahito could not use idle transfiguration. So in the event that Gojo can see the soul better than Yuji, right? He sees it like as if it's a real fucking thing, a real person, or just cursed energy. That does not mean he's resistant to it. ... However, who cares, right? It's like one of those things where it's not, hey, bro, it's not like Mahito's touching Gojo anyways. He'll be fine. But yeah.
Yeah. I mean, look, it's a fun thing to speculate about, but I think after Mahito got the axe, Gege hasn't really brought back the soul stuff. Because you know what, it feels like he's saving that for Yuji, right? Ever since what is
Yeah,
it?
we got the soul book and stuff.
Yeah, I feel like that's really when it's gonna come back into play. But I think for right now, it's like a non-factor.
Mm-hmm.
Maharaga Neji, thank you for the 5. Thoughts? Yuta versus Kashimo, Yuta versus Yorozu. Man, you were making Yuta run the gauntlet, huh? Kashimo versus Yorozu, Jackpot Hikari versus Yuki, Yorozu versus Arame, Maki and Toji plus Arame, Yorozu, and Yuki. Okay, let's try to speed run this. All right, I'll give my takes and BR will give his. Cool. Okay. Yuta versus Kashimo, Yuta versus Yorozu, Yuta, Kashimo versus Yorozu, Kashimo.
Hey, I like that. That I bullied you into changing it. I don't know if it was me, but someone did.
Jackpot Hikari versus Yuki, Yorozu versus Arame, Yorozu easily sweep, negative div. Maki and Toji versus Arame, Yorozu, and Yuki. I think you're basically a member of the Zenin clan if you do this to them and you want to see them perish.
Interesting. Yeah, so I think Yuta for the first one, Yuta for the second one, Kashimo versus Yorozu's Kashimo. Yuki probably beats Jackpot Hikari if her domain's better. Yorozu versus Arame, probably Yorozu based on what we see. Maki plus Toji versus Arame, Yorozu, and Yuki. I think so. No domain expansion. That one's kind of tough. Because like Arame is getting blitz and one shot offs, right? And it's just like I 100% agree. I just think Arame is the person who was like looking at piercing blood as fast, right? And Maki is like bare minimum several times faster than that, right? And then they both have one shot tools, just like their win conditions are very similar, right? It's if hit, win.
Yeah.
And I personally think
I think Yuki and Yorozu are definitely hard carrying, but like I feel like Yorozu in the costume and like in the bug suit is probably comparable to somebody in Heavenly Restriction, at least like durability wise. Like what she was able to take on somebody like Uro, or like 5 Uros back in the Heinen era, like, and win with the bug suit. So I don't see why it's like out of pocket. Like it would at least be like a very difficult fight for Toji and Maki. That being said, I don't know, Arame, like she could be like the tricky person. Like assuming teamwork, she could really like slowing them down. Slowing down the Heavenly Restriction people is like a huge point in their favor.
Yeah, I personally just don't think like Arame is really relevant unless she sneaks up on like not Yuji, Toji or Maki. Her showing, I'm not gonna lie to you, maybe I'm just like a hater, right? But her showing in Shibuya where she's like she like barely fucking reacts to, like she reacts like Yuji reacts, right? Like, oh my god, this attack is so fast. And it's like, all right, bro. Shibuya Yuji was reacting to that shit. Like, I get it. It's fast, whatever, speed of sound, blah blah blah. Lock the fuck in. You're like Sukuna's like right hand man or whatever. Cook something. But like, anyways.
Yeah. I mean the dicky, you know what it is? Bro, that food must slap. That must be it.
That's a crazy way to put what you were gonna say, but anyways, the food must slap is nuts. But yeah.
Chris YT, thank you for the 5. Realistically speaking, how the fuck is Megumi supposed to surpass Gojo with 10 shadows if Sukuna couldn't? What more can he do? Gojo lied to them. That's hilarious. That is actually like Megumi takes his body back and he's like, "Hey, you're an idiot. What the fuck are you talking about? You could have more potential than me one day. You're a liar. You're simply a liar. And by the way, thanks for killing, like half my arsenal. Appreciate it."
I'm gonna be real with you, bro. The simple answer to that question is Sukuna ain't Megumi. I don't know what's going on here, bro. Like, Megumi fucking Fushiguro. Have we forgot, guys? This is the same guy who absolutely bodied Toji, like when he was exhausted after a domain expansion. This guy's him, all right? He ain't like that fraud kind of guy for real.
Oh.
That's crazy how I will just switch up for the sake.
Yeah.
Whoever I need to argue for, bro. It don't matter. My loyalty can immediately switch depending on who I'm arguing for. I'm gonna be real.
But like it is like such an outlandish thing because like Megumi gets his body right now, right? It's the 5 shadows at best.
Like, nah, bro.
Come on.
You're not locked in. I'm gonna be real.
Oh
Listen. Hey, Sukuna said it already, bro. You're not Megumi Shadow anymore. You're mine. Guess what? That means Sukuna's version of Mahoraga is dead, but not Megumi's.
Oh, you mean the
lock in, whatever. Bro? Peep game and lock in. You're not. Your third eye is still closed, bro. Open it for me and see what I'm seeing.
Angel of Access, thank you for the 2. I hope we get Sukuna's origins before he's packed.
That's my first Yorozu versus greater than all those bums. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Yorozu tricked y'all. She tricked me too, but she tricked y'all. She's still tricking y'all.
Look, I want it, but I wouldn't hold my breath that Gege delivers on the Heian era flashback, or at least like a Sukuna flashback. One of the conversations that I did want to get into with this chapter was so Mahoraga is dead, right? And it feels weird to say that, right? Like, it feels like for the longest time, you know, week to week, the speculation in the community was that's the instant win con. Like, wait, Maharaga's dead, so Gojo wins, right? Because he just beat the King of Curses, right? But now that now that Maharaga's gone, it feels like all the stuff that's been held back either by Gojo, by Kenjaku, like all the trump cards, all these surprises. Like, now's the time to use them, and I don't know if Gojo's like, just tap out, you know? Just take a break. Just go to the infirmary, you know, refuel, have everybody hold down the fort while you do so, and then just come back and sweep.
Yeah, something like that. M3D, thank you for the 5. Thought of some crazy Megumi slander off the last super chat, but I don't want to get banned by VR. That's actually W decision, bro. Oh my God. Because I'm starting to reach my limit, so you know what I mean? Like, it's like one of those things where, I just hip fire, you know what I mean? So it's good for you. W self-awareness, W self-preservation. I'm gonna check my logs to see, like, my actual logs I have to see if you've slandered Megumi in the past. Maybe, you know, for your self-restraint, I might be able to erase one of those, possibly. Actually, no. I see you're logged in here multiple times. Never mind. You're cooked. You're finished. But yeah. Screw Sukuna, we need Kenny's backstory. He's tricked y'all. He not like that for real.
You know what's I just want to take it. Speaking of Kenjaku, right? I saw this TikTok that just fucking sent me, right? It was like a basic edit of Yuji's dad and being like, "Oh man, I'm so sad." No, it was a skit. I'm so sad that my wife is dead and I can't like clap anymore, right? Because that was his priority canonically. And then it was just like the punchline is Kenjaku shows up in the body. And the comments were just sending me into a different dimension, man. like one of them was like, Clapjaku, Kenjaku really saw that, started gripping the pillow with his teeth. I'm like, damn, that's hilarious. This is insane. Insane, not untrue. Kenjaku probably, like, I don't know if he wouldn't enjoy it. Yuji's dad is a good-looking dude, good-looking chap.
What are we doing here? What's happening? Where am I?
I just, all I want is an explanation. Like, was Kenjaku in it just purely as a scientist, or was there like or was there something more, right? Like was there like, was it like a one and done, or did he like go back for seconds, if you know what I mean?
No, I don't actually. Can you elaborate?
Okay, so what if it didn't work the first time, right? Like, Kenjaku takes the pregnancy test or whatever, and he's like, fuck, man.
Okay, oh, well. You actually elaborated much more than I thought. Okay.
And it's like, oh, well, you gotta tie my hands, you know? And you should. What were we talking about?
What the fuck? what the fuck?
Yeah, I just wanted to see if I could just like sneak it in and move on.
No. What's going on here, man? What is happening right now? What the
I just wanted to see if that would even be caught.
What the what is going on?
Why is
here,
it coming
bro?
at you in waves, bro?
Am I being like, I came at Kenjaku in waves? Sorry, that's crazy, bro. You roped me into this. Anyway, yeah, listen, I'm gonna be real with you, bro. You're nasty.
Bro, I'm just a historian, is what I am. Right? I see the culture move, huh? And I'm like one of those guys that's like, Chinese ancient history, I'm gonna make that my thing. Right? That's what I am for JJK, bro. I'm a student of the game. I need to know. I need to know these things.
Interesting.
We
Oh damn,
need to know
M3D
these
wants
things.
to be banned. That's crazy. All right, M3D. Sorry.
Whoa, M3D.
Gotta ban you, buddy.
Shit. Well, if my fate is already sealed, Megumi could have double Renegon and the Almighty, and he'd still find a way to be. Oh my god, bro.
Why are you laughing at a joke that you don't get?
Like, it's just like and he'd still find a way to be a. Also, I know what the fucking Almighty is. You fucking. Also, Chris YT, thank you for the 5. Gojo looks ready to fight. He doesn't look like he won. He feels like, well, now we get to the true Sukuna versus Gojo. No 10 Shadows bullshit. You know, you're right about something, Chris YT, and that is, I think I said it earlier in stream, but I want to switch. I want to change my mind. I want the next chapter to be Gojo just shit-talking Sukuna while mercilessly beating him. Just being like, oh, you got a shitty technique, you're a weakling, you're a bum. No Maharaga here to save you, fraud. You know, just like really laying into him. And then being like, you know what, you're Yuta's problem now. Sorry, bro. Like, okay, I know it's going to sound like a joke, but like, tagging Yuta in has to be funny. Like, you understand that? Like, I don't know, like, would you prefer a serious entrance for Yuta or, like, a comedic entrance for Yuta? Because both would work. Both would work.
Oh, why would we be bringing Yuta in right now? Gojo's fine. Leave the motherfucker. Have him. Listen, okay, I'm put it like this, right? If I'm looking at this, I want Gojo to win, right? In fact, I don't even look at it from a new perspective. I want Gojo to win, right? Get Megumi back. Operation Retrieve him is a go, right?
You were petty.
Bro, I told him. I literally told him, and he comes back. Listen, Megumi comes out of his mouth again, bro. Another timeout. Like I can do this all day, bro. Don't say I'm petty as if this is a new discovery, bro. You know who I am.
Yeah.
You know what I am. You know how I operate.
Yeah, I know what you are. Go on.
You know what I am.
I am literally just quoting you.
Yeah, but sometimes you can't quote me. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, right? There are some things I could say that you can't. Would you agree? Would you agree? Would you agree? I'm curious. Would you agree? Would you agree? Interesting.
That's good. Yeah, that's what longer bookmarked.
Dipping and dodging, buddy. Anyways, Ice Snipe Neji, thank you for the 2. This guy BR doesn't falter in the face of defeat. You know, I'm gonna ignore the very obvious attack and say that you think I'm very
delusional,
very determined.
Oh yeah, sure. That's another D word.
Let me delusionally drop this real quick. Sorry.
Wait, which one is it?
No. The one you said where they won. I got it though.
Look, chat. There was context.
No.
I was in a dark place.
And what's wrong with being in a dark place? Just can you elaborate? Like, particularly, why is that a justification for your like overt and very continuous, repeated bigotry? Please explain.
So, y'all, let me tell you about these One Piece YouTubers.
Okay, go ahead. I'll clip that too. I got some people to add.
Oh, Jaden 3011, thank you for the 2. Thank God. BR ain't really ready for the Slutjaku talk, huh? You know, it's funny you say that, because I think it's like a meme in the community without, like... Kenjaku could have just as reasonably just, like, made Yuji in a test tube. You know what I mean? Like both are feasible for him, but it's just way funnier to think that he would commit that hard. And if so, right? If he not only did that with Yuji's dad, but he actually gave birth to Yuji, au naturel, are we not going to give him props for that? Like, is that not dedication?
No. I mean, like, what? Dude, what?
What do you mean, no?
Bro.
Like, what?
No, I'm not gonna give him. Listen, bro. I'm not gonna give him props for that. Like, what? Was that a serious question?
Why not?
Like,
Okay.
Give him props, bro. No. Like, listen. If Kenjaku's gonna get props for anything, it's gonna be for the much more complex and difficult parts of his plan. Like,
yeah,
what are we really doing here?
I'm sure Yuji's dad was like way easier, but like, just because it's easier doesn't mean that it's like not fun. BR, excuse you. Have you seen Yuji's dad?
First of all, listen, bro. Yuji's dad is such an interesting character to thirst over, if I'm going to be real.
You say that. I saw like 5 Instagram accounts dedicated to just him. My favorite one was this one Instagram account. It was like 2 years ago. When it was like the chapter just dropped with like that Kenjaku panel. And the account was like Fushiguro and Papadori or something like that. Like it was like a pun like that, and it was just the
Yikes.
thirst. Yeah, it was just for thirst fan art of Toji and Yuji, Yuji's dad, but only them. And it evolved at some point to like artwork of them going out with their kids and stuff. And at some point, I was like, man, I feel like I'm reading a different series sometimes.
Yeah, like there are some characters I can get, right? Like conceptually, I understand, all right? But Yuji's dad, like, listen, who am I to judge, except, who I am? But, like, hey, man, like, do your thing, right? I can't stop you,
but... It's funny, like, I don't know.
Hey, man, define funny,
Bro,
but, like, also, sure.
You are literally the PewDiePie of JJK. You have to know these things.
I don't have a bridge moment, chat. He's lying to you. That'd be more like you. You're like PewDiePie, but like exclusively on the bridge, repeatedly,
Bro,
over and over every day.
I'm just trying to be. I'm not gonna say that on air. Oh my god.
Go ahead, Greg. Go ahead, say something on air, bro.
No way.
Go say something on air.
No way.
Chat,
I'm not
put
doing
in the
the
context for you. Listen, bro. Chat, you know what he says on air, right? Can you imagine something that he thought was so bad that he could not say it on stream? Chat, now I want you to make stuff up and just tweet me the prompts, right? I have some homework to do later.
Bro, homework is great. Bro, you know what I love about you? You're never-ending quest to make YouTube videos, and only that. You get on your computer, what's this? Premiere timeline? Yes, sirree. And you don't do anything else. Love that.
You're right. I don't edit anything else. All other like footage and stuff I have in my possession.
No,
I'm glad you acknowledge that. You just said that.
No. Let's not go crazy now. You have hobbies. You venture out. You do devious things.
Interesting. I do devious things. Why would you say that? Because you don't really know what things I do. You know what I mean? Is that just like an assumption based on stereotypes?
No.
Like, would you say that would you say that like your assumption of me doing quote unquote devious things would be something that you could stereotype?
No. It's just like a you thing specifically.
It's a me thing specifically. Interesting. Why is that? Like what? Like give me an example, please. I'm dying to know.
I just want to say, oh man, I can't think of a line. It's just like I'm so colorblind that like I just don't notice these things.
Colorblind, interesting.
People blind, gender
blind,
people blind, everything blind.
Gender blind.
I'm just the monkey that's
so you're
like
blind to the injustice. You're blind to the injustices, right? that are happening in our country. You don't see them. You don't notice them. You close your eyes and you turn away from them willingly. Interesting. Because Kreams, I'm not gonna lie to you, right? Inaction is a form of action in and of itself. All right.
I mean,
so ignoring them
quoting myself
helpful,
back
buddy.
to me is crazy. Yeah, because I remember saying that line.
No.
Years back.
What were you gonna say though?
Something about like the monkeys that like hear no evil, see no evil, speak no evil. Shut the fuck up.
What'd you call me? What'd you call me? You called me that, and then are telling me to shut up. Is that what's happening right now? Is that what I'm hearing? Chat.
Oh my god.
Hit him. Chat. Clip it. Clip what he called me.
Chat. I love all flavors.
Clip what he called me.
What?
Whoa. All flavors of what, buddy? What do you mean?
I taste the rainbow, bro.
Like taste the rainbow.
Platonically. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that. Not like that.
Hey, bro, listen. Hey, listen. I'm a little curious about how you can be so bigoted to other communities, but be part of like the LGBT one.
Oh my god.
What the LGBTQ plus?
It's okay.
Yourself,
man.
right? But like, I appreciate you coming out, bro. Like, I would have appreciated if you like confided me as a friend first. But like, hey, if you wanted to do it publicly, what's up?
You're insane.
Well, I'm insane. Why do you say that?
Wait, no,
you can't take me seriously. You think my brain power is lesser than yours and like another subset group of people?
You're stretching it. No.
I'm lying. Is that what you think I'm doing? What do you mean then?
Wait, no, but lying is usually okay. So, Insepid Neji XX, thank you for the 5. If they can't use domain because of brain damage BR, what haven't we seen from our goat besides the totality with Maharaga or the skeleton? Did he just say our goat referring to Sukuna? You got something to tell me, bud?
He said, read it. Your goat. And I think he's talking about Megumi. Your goat.
Oh.
And if he's talking about Sukuna, then, I don't know, whatever the box is. Also, Angel of Axis, thank you for 2. Kenjaku backshots sound like black flashes. I wish I hadn't read that.
Wait. Is there, if they can't use a demand, because what haven't we seen from Megumi? The ninth Shinigami? Shikigami?
No, we've seen that. Well, we haven't seen it individually, but we.
As part of IU. Yeah.
And if he's talking about Sukuna, then whatever open looks like.
Wait, actually, you know what's funny? I just realized, you know how I jokingly said it's like the 5 shadows now. So it's technically like the 4 shadows, because like Rabbit Escape is one of them. Like, I mean, that might work on Gojo. You don't know, right? But like, you know.
Okay, shut up about that for a second. Somebody asked you a very important question. Sleeping Ninja, thank you for the 14. Who was in Paris? Directed at you.
Me.
You were in Paris?
Yeah, I was in Paris last year.
You were in Paris? Interesting. Were you in Paris with anybody else?
No, it was just me in all of Paris.
It was just you in all of Paris. Interesting. Okay, just wanted to make sure. Cool. Solace, thank you for the 2. Maybe Kenjaku was originally a female like Tengen. That's also very possible. I mean, Kenjaku been body hopping.
Jaden 3011, thank you for the 2. Creams, this racism arc gotta stop. Oh my god, bro.
It's not an arc. Here's the thing. It's not an arc. It's a storyline. You know what I mean? It's the theme. It's the thematic point behind his purpose.
Wait, can I get like some kind of medal or some kind of like
what do you want a medal for?
You're forgiven, or like the end of the arc. Like, is there a way to like speedrun this? Is there a way to get like the show canceled?
You want to speedrun? You want to speedrun past all of your transgressions against multiple marginalized communities? You want to just get past that, just gloss over it, just ignore it. You want to just speed past it, huh? That's very interesting. That's very just very interesting. Your mindset there is just like, I don't want to rectify my mistakes. I don't want to help the communities that I've harmed. I just want to pretend that my harm it just doesn't exist. That's very interesting, bro. It's just very telling. You know what I mean? Because if you were apologetic, if you were sorry, if you were remorseful, you would want to dwell in this and help. But no, you just want to run away. That's interesting. Also, wanting a medal for being racist is nuts.
You could have stopped like at any point there. You didn't need to like commit.
So could you have, buddy. First it was Frieza tweets, ghetto.
Oh my god.
And then it just wanting to rank races. You know what I mean? Like, it just,
my god,
it just never stopped.
I am not going to say this to you or chat one more time. The tier list is a great fucking idea. Now, if
interesting, you think it's a great idea. So you not only thought it was good then, you stand on it now. He said, "Wow, ranking races."
It is the most nuanced idea. It is fictional races, fictional for the last
time. Black people don't exist in fiction.
Shut the fuck up.
And now I'm being told to shut up. I'm being silenced when I'm bringing up the transgressions against my people. That's interesting. Yikes, Chris White, you gotta. Thank you for the 5. Creams, you gotta read that, buddy. Unfortunately, that's on you. Read it.
Chris White, throughout the No. You almost got me. You almost got me. Not happening.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Thank you for the 5. I think. You know, Landa, we don't have to quote it. You know, like this is not something that's like, let's stick this around. You know what they say. Everything should be forgotten immediately. In the Honored Ones live stream chat. That's the classic. That's what Gandhi said.
So only in chat though. So like if I put something on Twitter, then we can remember it.
The internet. They meant the internet, not just in chat. Creams, where were you on January?
Where were you? That actually is an interesting question. Were you at the Capitol by any chance?
I've never even been to Washington.
Interesting. That sounds a little bit phony and fake. Yeah.
God, M3D, thanks for the 2. Appreciate strong. Anyway, this was a solid 9 out of 10 chapter for me. I think I might make it a 10 down the line if Gege is like for real about this victory. And Gojo survives, because then, you know, the bib is staying on. Like, I simply don't know how else to say it.
I mean, hey, bro, fair enough. As long as Megumi comes back home, I'm okay. I really don't care.
Yeah, bro, you and I can go eating together. That's the dream.
No. Don't ever phrase it like that ever in your life again, or there will be real documents dropped in seconds, bro. I'm gonna be real with you. That is actually the closest you've ever been.
Oh my god. Bro.
No.
You know, you're gonna act up when Megumi gets his body back. What are you even denying this for? Who's this for?
Nobody, listen, I'm just not classifying. Like, what I'm gonna be doing is supporting, bro. You classify it as eating, and like, yeah, that's your style, right? I'm gonna be banning people, right? And I'm gonna be celebrating. I don't know what you want me to say. Like, it's when Megumi comes back, right? A lot of people in the community won't be, but that's okay. You know what I mean? There are seasons for things like this.
So, yeah, I mean, hey, that's how the cookie crumbles. I'm trying real hard to segue from here.
Let me see. Oh, Mikey showed me a clip.
No,
okay,
not
I'm
Michael.
gonna just retweet it without listening. I'll listen to it later, Mikey. Appreciate you though. Yeah, appreciate you. I'm sure that's a funny ass clip. I'm gonna listen to that in a bit. Maybe you want to put it on stream.
Let me see.
Okay. There you go. Here's the link. Good buddy. Thank you, Mikey, for the clip. We always appreciate it. No misogyny to sprinkle in.
Oh, not on Twitter. Why can't you just like? Don't go running to Twitter. You gotta give me like a warning first. Give me a chance to like apologize, repent. What did I say here? Kenjaku probably like. I don't know if you.
I think it's your Slutjaku talk.
I said Clapjaku. So look at you elevating the source material. Liking and retweeting this is insane, by the way. Insep and Neji XX, thank you for the 2. I will be here when Megumi falls no matter what. Y'all are... Woof.
The funny thing is, right? The funny thing is, Megumi does not have to be in the story for very long for you guys to disappear, right? Literally, if Megumi takes back off his body for a millisecond, right? You're gone. And let's see, Sleeping Danger, you asked how far back we're going. And I do remember you slandering Megumi a little while back. Yeah, I remember the date is, what is it? Let's see, let me see the date here. Okay, wow, 2 months ago, right, on the 2nd of this year, of course, at 4:32 p.m. One of BR's last chance to get Megumi content. Yeah, pretty explicit Megumi hate. I'm not gonna lie to you, 2 months does not reach the statute of limitations. So yeah, listen, if you can get some crazy Megumi support in between then and when he comes back, I mean, I would recommend getting it in. I could definitely maybe swing it. You're pretty cool for the most part, right? So I may not want to eliminate you from chat. So we'll see. We'll see how I'm feeling, right? We'll see how graceful I'm feeling. But some people, dedicated haters, right? I respect that. Like, I respect the hate. Don't get me wrong. As a hater myself, I love the grind. I respect it. You just chose the wrong person, and you chose the wrong person that supports Megumi. So, you know, hey, do your thing, cook, right?
It's very.
Just make sure you can survive it.
Look, it's very Jogo choosing opponents coded. I get it.
I'll kill you. Anyways, let's see.
It's either Megumi or Jogo.
For 0.2 second slur. Chad, did you know I learned Kreams canonically actually says slurs?
Oh my
god.
Like,
really? No joke?
I didn't.
No joke?
Oh my god.
No joke?
Oh
like,
my
like,
god.
No
I
joke.
am not
literally,
doing this. Bro,
like,
you're such a...
like,
oh my god.
Like, literally, like, I'm not, chat.
Oh my
right
god.
hand
Okay,
God,
guys,
right
thank
now.
you for coming out to the Honored Ones podcast this week. And Seba Neji XX, you know, I realized your name is I Sniped Neji, not Insipid Neji, and nobody's corrected me until now. So BR and I are sorry about that. Thank you for the 2. This guy is hateful. We need King Kreams help.
He's not gonna listen, bro. He tries to unban any of you, I won't show up.
It's BR's like ultimate technique. I simply have not come up with
the ultimate technique. Don't clock in.
Yeah, no, it's look. I'm not quite ready to make the Honored Ones podcast the solo, you know, Panic at the Disco type of affair, because I cannot play the drums.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Now, Mikey's been asking me for this, assumably all stream. I think I just saw him. All right. So, real quick before we close out, right? Just a quick 1-2 minute ramble. Mikey's been recommending me this romance manga for a long time, right? And I had been reading it, 1 out of laziness and 2 out of like if I read a manga that I like, work goes to the wayside, right? So it's the manga called Dangers in My Heart, right? Pretty cool romance manga. I like it a lot. I read I caught up to it. It's like 120 something chapters in like 2 days or whatever. So if that catch up time is not enough to illustrate, I mean, I think like this is a recommendation to you, Kreams. I actually don't want you on this manga. I don't want you to ruin this for me. So like, I'm glad that your tastes don't align here, right? But if you are like me and you like romance manga, I recommend checking it out. The first couple of chapters, I will say, and I only mean the first couple, like 3 to 4, are a little wonky, right? They're a little bit slow, or they're just kind of weird, not really indicative of the tone you're going to get for the rest of it. But after that, you're going to like it. Appreciate you, Mikey, for recommending this to me. This was actually a really fun read. And for anybody that checks it out, let me know what you think. I'm kind of curious what the general consensus will be. But yeah, I wanted to just give that quick shout out. Mikey put me on. He wanted me to talk about it on the podcast for at least a little bit. I had to do me a favor. And he put a clip on Twitter. You know what I mean? I got to show out for my friend.
Dude,
you know what I mean?
Every single chat in here is making me like lose my mind.
Any hierarchy other than racism is worthless. God. Wow. I like that. I like that.
Chris Wetty, thank you for the 5 BR. I see you like sports manga. What's your thoughts on Kuroko no Basket?
I think it's cool. It's probably one of my lesser favorite sports manga, if I gotta be real, right? And it's not like Kuroko no Basket does anything particularly wrong. It's just cool. It's like a solid 7 out of 10, which means I like it. But it is one of the rare sports manga I'm not super passionate about. I did read it a while ago though, so maybe if I reread, I'd like it a lot more. We'll see. The one who left it all behind in his overwhelming racism. Y'all are geniuses. I'm gonna be real with you.
That's one word for it.
Thank you guys. I'm not gonna lie to you, chat. I'll put it like this: if you had past Megumi hate, right, and before he comes back, you get in what I deem to be a 10 out of 10 Kreams joke that is just a banger. I can pardon.
Don't make it a bounty. Don't make it a bounty.
I can pardon one documented form of Megumi slander. All right.
Oh my God.
That's what I'm gonna say.
You were just asking them to do it at scale, asshole.
Yes. 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 That is what I'm asking them to do. You caught on to my trick, I guess. But yeah. Yeah. So I guess that's. I don't know if you wanted to talk about anything else before we go out. Like, I guess next week we're reading Fire Punch, right? We're going to have read a lot of Fire Punch.
So JJK's on break next week. What would you give the chapter? What was your?
I'd give it like an 8 out of 10. It was pretty good.
Would you give it like a 9 or something if like Gojo won, or like the sort of like, are the results cemented or like still loose in the next coming chapters? Like, will it affect this one?
Probably. I could see that. Like, it depends. Like, I feel like to me, it could. I could see more of the overall fight quality shifting. Because right now, like, if I assume the fight ends here, right, it's over. This is a cool little fight. Right? I'm gonna need to see, like, I could see my overall fight ranking jumping up 1.5 points or something like that, right? If we get a really good sick conclusion or pushback from Sukuna or something to that effect.
Kairizi, that is an insane chat. Oh my God.
Thank you for the 5. Are you racist because you're Kreams, or are you Kreams because you're racist? You know what, bro? Let me check it. Let me check if I have any files from you on hand. All right. And God, let me see if I need to erase any, because that was pretty good. Good.
Wow. That's insane.
Pretty good. I respect the dedication to the source material. You kept it topical. You kept it JJK-like. If you have any, bro, I'm going to check off air, and I will delete one from your record if you have one. Okay? I appreciate you. Thank you.
Thank you.
I Snipe Neji, thank you for the 5. Can we at least hear the list? Damn, I can't remember any slander for myself personally. If I had the IQ of Kreams or a 4-year-old, then maybe I would fall for that. However, no, I will be keeping your slander private. However, I have dates. You know what I mean? I can get real specific. I can get very, 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 very specific as to when these things occurred. The earliest I have is actually, funnily enough, a sleeping danger. Fucking slander from June.
Oh my God. Oh my God, sleeping danger. Why? What the fuck?
It wasn't a bit. What they felt was sheer racism. All right, that one's getting erased, bro. I'm erasing one of yours. Now, sleeping danger. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. You have a lot of ground to cover. However, this first one, erased, bro. Erased from the history books. I'll put pardoned.
Pardoned is nuts.
It's pardoned, bro.
Oh my god. Why?
Hey, listen. But chat, here's the thing. Here's the thing. It's got to be quality. Just cooking creams is something I can do on stream, right? I need creativity. I need innovation. I need quality, and I need crispness. I need timing. All right. If it's average, if it's meh, I need something peak. It wasn't a bit they felt. It was sheer racism. That is elite. That is. We were talking about that line on the member stream, right? That's continuity. That's ingenuity. That's creativity. You know what I mean? That is something that should be commended, and it is by getting a pardon. You know what I mean? Like, just elite. Just elite. Yeah. Yep.
So, as we say, the next JJK chapter is on break. Or the series is on break next week, would be another way of phrasing it if you wanted to sound less defeated. I am not in that headspace right now, so I will be saying it like this.
Yeah, we're probably going to be getting Liv on, otherwise known as the Kugane, because she's kind of been our she's kind of been
summons,
our like hold on, no chapter. So
she's got to show up for jury duty next week.
Yep. A truly divine racist.
I will say, Liv, I know your ethnicity, all right? You're not checking me like this guy is, all right? So y'all gotta be careful when you come in here, all right? You're not. I refuse to be Jujutsu Kaisened, all right?
Hey, listen, she can handle the gender. I'll handle the race.
These are tolerable stipulations.
Random guy on YouTube. That might be the craziest thing I've ever seen.
What the fuck?
Jesus Christ. Whoa. That's actually bonkers. That's actually nuts. That's actually crazy.
Okay, guys, let's end it right here.
Oh no, you guys are good. You guys are good, man. I like you guys. I like y'all. I feel like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I feel like we've cultivated a really good, healthy community. Don't you agree?
No, I have some notes if we're just like going around the table. I actually have a few notes. Veto, suggestions, complaints, same thing really. I think we still have a long way to go. A lot of work left to be done.
Oh my, just this once? Oh no, no. Y'all are, listen. Wow, y'all are good. Y'all are good. I'm honestly kind of like awestruck. You know what I mean? There's just a lot of really good material that's gonna get used. That's a lot of material that's gonna get used. Wow. Elite. Thank you, chat. You have amused me very, very much this stream. That is funny, chat. I genuinely applaud most of you. Y'all cooked, all right? Thank you guys for coming out. Kreams, thank you for putting on the clown makeup and really just putting on a show for us. We always appreciate it.
Always happy to perform.
No JJK chapter. Should be Blue Lock, should be My Hero. We'll talk about Fire Punch, and Liv will be on here, talk to us about JJK, and probably some greats. So prepare for that. We may even talk to her about Hunter x Hunter, considering she may have wrapped up her read by then. So we might be able to throw in a series we don't usually talk about.
I don't know if I can handle. I don't know if I can handle Liv talking about Hunter x Hunter. I'd feel like Sneeko or something. Like I simply wouldn't have the stamina to like put up with that. I'd have to go on mute or something.
You'd feel like Sneeko. Interesting. Interesting.
You know what I meant. You knowing what I meant is arguably funnier. If you want to, like, you don't have to.
Interesting. No, I don't know what you meant. So, like, when you say that, I'm genuinely confused. Maybe you should say it for chat.
How do you hear it? Out of curiosity, just super like normally, quickly.
I don't know. You're a super duper conservative that hates to hear women talk about things that he likes.
No. It's that thing with his girlfriend.
Yeah,
that
that's
action.
weird.
I mean, I love
That's
Hunter x Hunter,
weird.
dude.
So it's weird.
I'm a hero.
That's just, no, that's like actually genuinely weird. Like this is a we're stepping outside of the bit, right? And I'm putting my hand on your shoulder and I'm like, Kreams, that's weird.
We got okay. I thought it would be funnier. Okay, all right, chat. I get
Yeah,
it. I get it.
you should have just called yourself a conservative. I'm not gonna
Oh
lie
my
to you.
god. All right.
Um,
Thanks for coming to the greatest podcast on earth. Appreciate you all coming out. Appreciate the people who donated. Appreciate the thumbnail. Thank you, Liv. Is there anybody else? No, I think that's all. I think that's everybody.
appreciate you, chat. We'll see you in the next one.
Later.